Good evening, everyone. We are here with the Big Show. This is Simtrack Broadcasting coming to you live here in Alabama. And you want to talk about hot. And boy, these guys are trying their best to keep these tires glued to the track here at this 2.6 mile track. Joining alongside me tonight is Stellar Stella. Appreciate you hanging out with me here in the booth. I've got what I see out there in the chat, about 43 drivers locked and loaded here for this track. Looking to see how many join onto this three-wide racing-capable track. Talk to me a little bit about it here.
Well, it was started out, constructed in 1968. Has been running ever since. Used to be called the Alabama Speedway, hence the Alabama gang that kind of took over when they came up from Florida to race there. We've got a tri-oval with turns 1 and 4 at 33 degrees, and the tri-oval itself at 16 and a half. Tonight, guys, you need to watch your speed. Coming into pit road, you are at 55 miles per hour.
Ooh. Yeah, I definitely got to be careful heading into turns like that. And let's take a quick little peek at one of our drivers out there. Right now, I believe we have our eyeballs on Frank Perfin right now in the 34 Chevrolet out there, trying to see if they can get at least a little time going on here. Try to pick up some of where some of our guys have qualified. As you see, Nichols in the 24 machine moves himself into 5th, but that doesn't last long as Keaton Cox with a 51.43. And you got to admit, these are some fast times running out there solo. I would probably guess some of the drivers saying that we have about 10 minutes of qualifying, and we're reaching that halfway point here in about 30 more seconds. Drivers are going to be kind of looking at this thinking, can I run this car a little more out of fuel? Can we take it a little easier and try to push it a little later on here into the run? But Perfin into the wall there a little bit. That's going to ruin his qualifying time. Boy, that's a bummer. But let's talk about somebody like Charles Fletcher. You see exactly what he's doing here, and it's kind of what I expected. Is we got a driver who's holding it to the floor. I guess there's no damage here, so no chance of blowing up. But trying to burn off as much fuel as possible here, and that's kind of what you're going to want, is try to see how these cars can loosen up, lighten up a little bit with a little less fuel. Gen 6 cars are what we're running here. And Stella, this is looking pretty interesting. The Alabama gang, for the ones who don't know, do you know who was in them?
You've got the Allisons, I know, that were in there. Who else?
I'm not sure. I thought it was Wood. I thought the Wood brothers were in there.
Okay, that'd be what, Glenn and Leonard?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think they were part of the gang, but they do definitely build the cars for everybody. If they raced also, I'm not sure of it.
Oh. Okay. Neil Bonnet, Donnie Allison, and Bobby Allison were our guys.
Okay.
So,
Bonnet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original gang consisted of the two Allisons and Red Farmer.
Now that's a name I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's been out there, and if you kind of consider Red Farmer is 90 years old now. He's born in 1932.
Oh yeah, that I believe. But yeah, Hall of Famer, the whole bit. But yeah, still with us as far as I know.
Yeah, if you want to talk about size of this track as well, did you know you can stuff all 14 of the SEC football stadiums inside this track?
No, I did not.
Yes. Yeah, this place is humongous right now. So, with the way and how you're able to fit everything in here. So, I mean, it's ginormous. I couldn't imagine a place like this with grandstands all the way around. I mean, it'd just be able, seat 500,000 people, I'm sure. Qualifying still has about 3 minutes left to go here. We're kind of waiting to see if anybody's going to go out there and put some times down. I think James Jepson, in one of my favorite cars. There he is in the crispy M&M's machine. The 013 tonight. We'll see how well this Toyota can get around the track here, and definitely see what kind of times he can put down here. We are starting to shuffle guys up again. A couple more drivers are out there on the track. Sean Royer is out there as we speak. We are looking at Jepson and Jamie Shaw. Jamie Shaw is getting out there in his 84 Chevrolet. See if we can find where Jamie is. There he is. Looks like he's back out there in an admin car.
Yeah.
So we'll see how well he can do here tonight. Definitely,
Aren't those your Tennessee colors?
Yep, that's what it looks like. What I would like to know is if there's any way, if there's really a good or a bad line to take here. I don't know, like, if you took only the outside line on your first warm-up lap and then try to smooth it out a little bit and
Well,
take the inside line on your second lap.
I'm assuming the center and the inside line are going to be your best line, since anytime the leaders are going to come up on a lapped car tonight, they are going to be required, they must and shall, move up to the third lane. So I'm figuring to suspect to see most everybody in the bottom two.
Okay. Now we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Last time we watched this, Heath Rutherford and Landon Gentry, the two of those guys, front to back, nose to tail, were able to get some fast times out there on the track. But it's we'll see. I have not seen Mr. Heath Rutherford out here. Hopefully he will be able to. Hopefully we'll see him later on tonight and kind of see what we've got going on. I think Ray Garcia, I know he is hopefully going to get out there on the track. I think I see him loaded in for the past almost 7.5 minutes here, probably trying to burn off some fuel. So we'll let Ray join us here. Ray, you got a copy?
Hey, welcome, Simtrax, to the big show, Summer 500.
Ah, yes. I like that. Man, talk to me about this one. Green Cat out there is saying Heath Rutherford is out of town. So that leaves Landon Gentry kind of out there by himself from his normal drafting buddy. Has he found a replacement?
Not yet. Landon was out all month himself. This is his first time back with us for the month. So he's hasn't raced with us. But he adapts pretty quickly, so he shouldn't have any problems.
Well, he may be able to adapt, but can anybody handle how he pushes?
Well, that'll be the, speaking of that, that'll be the trick. Since they did the last update to these cars, we have noticed a lot of connection speed issues with drafting. A lot of cars can't mate up together properly. You get behind somebody, as soon as you touch them, they start sliding left and right, and you have to get off of them because you can't push them squarely. So other guys, you can pull up on them and hook together like a magnet and push just fine. So
yeah.
in practice, we had to have these guys testing out against each other who can push and who cannot push.
By connection speed, you're actually talking about your gigabytes and all that.
It's actually frame rates. Your frame rate speed doesn't match up. So even though I look out my windshield and I see the guy in front of me, for example, like Mike Wiley and I normally hook up together, but we cannot mate up on this track at all. He tries to get behind me and push me, and he gets me all kinds of loose. I get behind him, I make him all kinds of loose. But I could get behind Jamie Shaw and hook up to him dead flat and just push all the way around the track. So
fascinating.
You have to know who you can push and who you cannot push. So when you see some of these accidents tonight under bump draft where they're turning, look at them carefully and watch just before they get turned. You see the tail end sliding back and forth. Those are frame rate issues.
I'll be darned. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. Okay, yeah, I was trying to wonder, like, when you were saying people think, unable to be able to push, I was wondering if it was going to be a car manufacturer problem. Can Chevys not push Fords? Fords can push Toyotas, but if you're saying you can push Jamie Shaw, then obviously it's not a car make issue. You're saying it's frame rate, so that's going to be pretty tight for some of our drivers out here to combat with. I know, Stella, you may have been with me. Roger Buff Racing found that out last time we were here at Talladega. They were actually able to pull away from the field by about 3.5 seconds.
They did. I think there were at least 3 of them that were making some serious inroads on our admin team.
Yeah, we'll kind of keep an eye on that.
We had a similar situation last night where 2 guys, Charles Valenzuela and Randy Shorts, they hooked up, just the 2 of them, and look at that, on pole. Oh, Michael bounces me.
Oh,
that's miserable. I thought I had it. Look at that. I broke into the 3s.
I was going to say, you've been getting pole a lot this month in your practice runs.
But I'm also losing on the last lap, too.
I didn't want to mention that part.
Oh, look at that. Went into the 3s and got bounced. Wow. Well, he's my teammate. That's okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know you have out there that Jamie Shaw has 3 wins for the month. Mike Wiley has 2. Chuck Fletcher, Scott Patza at least have 1 win, but you've been unable to get it, and you're getting the pole award. How do we sit back with 3 laps to go, with 2 laps to go, and we sit back and just wait for our time to move? Because it's ever so critical, really kind of coming around that last bend, heading to the finish line where it's marked out there. How do you sit back and attack?
That's the sad part, is that if you're controlling that bottom line and leading, that outside line is a death blow, and sometimes you just have to give the lead up with 3 to go. You're going to have to give the lead up. If you want a chance to win, you got to let someone else lead. So
Yeah.
you'll see our guys rotating out of the lead. As we get to the end there, we'll rotate out, put ourselves in the 3rd, 4th, 5th position, and then we'll run the high line on the outside.
Okay.
And whoever's in the 1 or 2 position, they're a sitting duck at that point.
Okay. We kind of have noticed a lot of times that early on in the race, guys abandon that outside line. But as soon as the track heats up, tires heat up, that outside line is the one to beat.
That's right. It works.
Yeah. It's just what gives people more confidence that, man, I got to hold that outside line, and we can keep moving here without slinging it 3 wide, if not 4 wide. We've seen Landon try it 3 wide, and he slung himself around there with Heath Rutherford all the way to the end. So that was, I think he came from 22nd place and then put the 2 of those guys in the top 3. So, it's all about getting the run, getting the right line. But, how do you get people to have confidence in that outside line here, Ray?
Right. Well, you said the key word there is confidence. The problem is when guys initiate a high line move and you get the 5 cars up there that you need to maintain the speed to beat that bottom line, somebody in line at the back always bails out. And as soon as that car drops off, there goes your top end. You'll go from 201, 202 down to 197. That inside line will pull away from you again. It's that guy who's usually in the 4th or 5th position on the outside who gives up on the outside too early, and then that'll kill all the guys up front. That magic number's 5 on that high line.
I was going to say it here at Talladega. It's 5 because I've always heard bump draft is fine with 2, but you need that 3rd car to get that full pass of the bubble, but here is 5. That's news.
Yeah, you need third to break the bubble, but the other 2 to maintain the speed.
Very cool.
All righty, Ray. Appreciate you joining us, man. Everybody looks like they're getting ready to get gridded up here on the track. Hopefully we'll talk to you and all your admins here during the race. Try to stay safe out there, man. You're 5th place here tonight.
Yeah, I got bounced out a second, but that's okay. All right. Tim Trex, we love having you. Call us up when you need us, please.
Absolutely, Ray. Make sure everybody's on their toes. I'm going to be yanking.
Yeah, pull up some guys from Bucky Racing when you have some time. Team 2 has a few guys down there. And, of course, our guys. We have our own strategy, so look for us to do something different than the rest of the field.
All righty, we'll keep an eye out. The 00 of Ray Garcia. Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
All right, talk to you.
All right, everybody, that's Ray Garcia, and that's going to do it for qualifying here. And we're getting ready to line up onto the track. This, of course, being the big show here on July 30th. Appreciate you guys. Now, keep in mind, this is the Gen 6 Cup Cars fixed setup here tonight. So 3 stage breaks, 185 laps. And that's how we're going to kind of wind this one down here. Let's take a look at any other race info we might actually have useful tonight. 185, 3 stage breaks. That'll be at 45, 90, and 135. No caution flags in the first 135. Of course, unlimited tires, no damage or self-healing, since we are here with the big show. Now, in the final laps between 135 and 185, 4 caution max. In the final 25 laps, and then a 3 green-white checkers in the final 5 for the top 10. Now, Stella, we're looking at 94 degrees on the track, a little cooler than what I was expecting here.
No, I like that. The other day we had a race at like 110 degrees on the track, and that was made for a slip-sliding experience.
Yeah, that it was. So let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here for tonight. Looks like Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry will be starting 1 and 2. Charles Fletcher will be sitting 3rd next to John Cazaza. Fast time for him. I'm surprised to see Landon squeak up there so late in his qualifying run. That's going to move Ray Garcia to 5th. Jamie Shaw sitting 6th. Kevin Dixon and Keaton Cox 7th and 8th. Starting row number 5 will be Greg Blazin next to Cade Jones. We've seen Cade getting in a lot of trouble out there, and hopefully he'll be able to keep going. I'm not showing him behind the wheel, So he may be having some connection issues. Maybe we'll see him get back out there. Moving on through to the rest of the field back here. Looking to see where Nick Johnson is in the 44 next to Randy Schweitzer. That's where we'll find him. Moving on through. 13th position will be, oh yeah, Danny Esselman. Trying to figure out how he's going to get through the rest of the field. 12 guys in front of him, but Lee Tidwell will be starting to his outside. Joe Tardif will be 15th next to Trevor Dalton. Love seeing Dalton out there. Dalton's got plenty of talent, so we'll see how he flies through. Anthony Bellin will be 17th next to Brick Nichols for 18th. Jason Stevenson 19th, and Heath Snyder on the outside. So where does that put Greg Whitehead? Of course, 21st. Next to Josh Harvin, which will be 22nd. Richard Miles and Sean Royer. That is way back here in the field. A lot of work to do from these guys from row 12. Let's get on back where James Smith, James Jepson, Shane Wazinski starting into the 27th with next to Dennis Shute. Or Shut. God dang, I feel like I've fumbled his name once before and sitting 28th. Rick Schneider, Sylvain Sigwin will be starting 29th and 30th. Dustin Wade and Dakota Meaner, 31 and 32nd. So let's see where Michael Lockwood sitting 33rd and John Ledden will be 34th. Frank Perfin, we saw a little contact from the wall from him when he hit during qualifying, so he's going to be starting 35th. Gregory Ricks will be our 36th driver. Stella, this is a stacked field here. We got a lot of drivers trying to see if they can prove a point here, and it's got to be early in the run when they do it. Green flag is out, and away we go. Let's get this show underway as we race to the line already. Michael Wiley getting a quick little nose out there into the front. Outside line held by Landon Gentry, trying to see where Jamie Shaw in the 84 Chevrolet comes in. But I would probably guess Ray Garcia is going to be our pusher here. See if he can get close enough to the 67 machine. And once he hits top speed, guys are going to start moving. Stella, we're already seeing some shuffling out here in that top mark here as the outside line kind of falling apart. Trevor Dalton trying to see if he can push the back end there of the 42 of Lee Tidwell. And we're already seeing a little bit here just on lap 1.
Yeah, I'm impressed, though. I was noticing we've got 7 admins right up here at the front. Out of like the top 10. That's impressive. They've been practicing hard this month.
Yeah, that they have already. Landon Gentry once again holding the outside line. 84 machine and Jamie Shaw pushing him as well. That's going to move the outside line, sitting 1-2, and Keaton Cox now up in the third. Michael Wiley's got a little something to say about that as we enter the next turn, and he's back onto the bottom. So where does that put him? Right now, we're seeing a lot of guys shuffling up here side by side, and there's the easy breakaway. But notice how Landon's not diving down to the bottom yet. Oh, man, 57 to Keaton Cox dives out. That's going to open up a huge hole there for Lee Tidwell to suck up right to the back bumper there of Jamie Shaw. And Shaw going to get the help, much-needed help he needs, and already up 10 positions for Trevor Dalton here into the 6th spot. So seeing he is already sliding around, he's moving as fast as Dale Earnhardt here at Talladega. No spot is safe. You are able to shoot up to the front and then shoot right back to the back in a matter of 5 laps. So can Trevor Dalton stay a top spot with Lee Tidwell? We'll have to see here, Stella, as it's already kind of shuffling with the front 3 now diving down to the bottom.
And that's what I was just going to say. I noticed we just overtook number 57 Cox. Ooh, we've got a little accordion effect going there. Check up, guys. And coming down on that inside lane. I think the outside lane, however, has got their magic 3, and they're gonna start taking it away if we can get 29 of Snyder to tuck up in there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Looking really bad here for Ray, where he ended up. I think Ray's been slung out of the run here. He's going to be trying to see if he can fight back. 18th spot is where he shuffled back to. Already Landon Gentry was in the lead, now falls to 5th. Trevor Dalton's moved now up to the 1st position, and we are 3 wide heading into turn number 1. 95 machine looks like he's there on the outside. I believe it's showing right now the 11. Oh, here it is, the big one. We're watching it. Oh, dude.
Lap 4.
Yeah, driver's getting mashed up on that one. Let's see if we
500.
can find another angle of this wreck here.
Oh. Yeah, there was nothing you could do about that.
Oh,
Orange car just crunched.
wow. Let's see if we can get chasing Trevor Dalton back down here. Trevor Dalton in the lead with Heath Snyder. Landon Gentry sitting third. Jamie Shaw is fourth. And you want to talk about a reach back. Tidwell needs some help here pretty quick from Sean Royer sitting sixth. Michael Wiley's now seventh. Nick Johnson's eighth. And that's where we move on back. At least at least a second here. Back to Danny and Rick Nichols. And not looking too good. Inside line's falling apart there. He's got to tuck in quick, and he does. Dennis Shutton here sitting 10th. So already we're seeing guys shuffling it up here to try to figure out how they're going to catch up. Brian Gentry out there is saying go Landon. Landon right now is sitting third. Not too shabby, especially after the tangle-ups that are actually happening way back here in the pack. Hopefully he'll continue this one on. Right now I'm showing 3 drivers that might be disconnected here or taking it back to the garage. I'm showing Kevin Dixon in the 009, showing Josh Harbin, and Randy Schweitzer. I think we've already got some trouble from these guys, but we'll try to reach back. I think Kevin Dixon might be out there.
And 009 was in the last wreck.
Yeah, there we go. Trying to see if I can find a couple of these other guys. There's Harbin. Yep, there he is. All right, so these guys were able to collect back. I'm wondering if we're having a bit of a disconnect issue from some of the drivers out there. I know, like Joe Tardif right now, he's having some connection problems out there in the 55 Chevrolet. He has dropped off the face of the map and then reappearing. Right now, I know packet losses with iRacing have been pretty heavy here. A lot of guys just trying to figure out how to get a memory dump here and allow themselves an opportunity to continue racing. Last thing you want to do is be racing and then drop off. Some have been able to correct, others have not. Taking a look, Ray Garcia is still in that 14th position, dropping down 9 from where he originally started. Biggest mover of the race has switched between Dennis Schutt and Sylvain Sigwin here, sitting 11th and 12th for those two guys. Gregory Ricks as well down there in the 30 Chevrolet, 18th spot for him. He's up 18, so not too shabby, but he's got to make up another 17 positions to get to the lead where Landon Gentry now holds it. Let's see if we can fly all the way up to the other side here of the track where Landon is now still being pushed by Jamie Shaw. And right now I give it to Jamie. Yeah, kind of sitting back on this one a little bit, not pushing him very hard.
Yeah, the one I thought I would see this week would be Scott Patza, and I don't see him out here. After winning at Texas, his request for the next month's track was either Talladega or Daytona. So I thought we would see him coming out since he would get his wish.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, especially here on Super Speedway Sundays here with the big show. You want to give these guys the opportunity to try to choose their track, be able to come out here and give it a shot. Right now, seeing him not here is a bit unfortunate. You know, we would like to see Patza return back to the track, but not this month. Next month should be a even better one. But let's keep here at the Summer 500 tonight, and I've got to kind of admit, single file here so early. I think we probably expected it to be like this, but not as soon. I think, you know, we've seen before with the big show at Talladega, these guys be side by side for multiple laps, and unless ninth on back can kind of collect themselves and get this together, this may be kind of a wash. Some of these drivers are going to have to double down and figure out how they're going to go. I am keeping an eye on the outside line. Landon Gentry is voluntarily dropping down here, along with Shaw. Watch how Jamie Shaw out to the outside. And the 29 machine of Heath Snyder giving him a push. Boy, Snyder almost looked like he's getting ready to turn him there.
That was a pretty quick takeoff.
Now he's got that aerodynamic bubble, I'm sure. We'll see Shaw slide here, but not yet. Yeah, Michael Wiley. It looks like the admin team are kind of bunching up here.
Yes.
So Wiley, Shaw, and Gentry now are sitting 6th, 7th, and 8th.
It's like the Wiley Waltz, we'll call it. You know?
Wiley Waltz.
Come on. No? Okay. Fine.
Yep. No, we'll let that slide here, Stella. You can't be doing that this early. All right, Nick Alves out there in the chat saying 185 laps in for a long night here, Patrick and Stella. That I am. That I am. There's the reason they call it the Big Show. We got big time wrecks, big time laps. And big
Only
time...
saving grace is no big time cautions until the last runs.
Yeah, well, the pileups can be pretty rough. We saw one there back on lap 4, wiped out about at least a quarter of the field. Some of them were able to floss through there. Some of them did get obliterated. It looks like Landon's dropping back here a little bit, and notice how Greg Blazin from the admin team, Sylvain from the admin team. Look how everybody's kind of clumping back together. So right now, 9th through 14th are all our admin team, all in kind of one bunch here. Now, what would be fantastic is to see if Ray Garcia is kind of drumming this all up and putting it together to see if he can get a huge run on the remainder of this field, seeing these guys have right now in the center Sylvain jammed up on the mid line here. Don't know if Sylvain's going to be able to slide by Heath Snyder. It's not looking like it. Pretty tight packed field here as we move toward the top. A little bit of that Michelin chopper view here. Taking a look at the 29 sliding to the inside. Sylvain's going to make that choice. Inside line for him. Watch the amount of speed he's going to get. Here's the 15. Rashawn Royer is actually stalling out on the inside line. This is pretty bad right now for the inside line. If Sylvain goes up there and gives that guy in the second in line a quick little shove there, I think everything's going to be moving pretty right and tight inside line. Look at that. Look at the amount of speed right now from Royer, as Royer is going to overtake and get the lead back. And Heath Snyder's going to be the one to help him, but I'm waiting to see. Does Trevor Dalton duck on out of this line and slide to the bottom as the 29 machine of Heath Snyder? It almost looks like he hit the brakes on it, letting off the gas. That's going to make Sean Royer almost come to a stop. Heath Snyder's going to catch back up, give him a little nudge. Wow, boy, I gotta tell you, Stella, looking at this and the angle these guys are driving here,
Yes.
Leaving that much of a gap is allowing that inside line to kind of die off there, where you see the entire admin team from Sylvain on back, and where it's ending with Landon Gentry there. They're having a hard time. They need to figure out how to push on through. But if the drafting's going to happen like that, it's going to be much, much harder to sling on around. I would be interested to see. I would love to see Greg Blazin slide all the way to the top line. The admin team take it 3 wide and send it all the way around the turn.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, why not? Landon Gentry, like I said, did it last time, 3 wide. I think it was, I couldn't remember. I knew it was him and Heath Rutherford, because the M&M's cars stick out.
Or two, but not at lap 14 and a 185.
Oh, they weren't even a quarter of the way through the race, and he opened it wide on open, slinging on through. But they're trying to figure out how they can do it out there, back out there in the chat. Timmy Ray, appreciate you joining us. And Stephen Fletcher saying, how do you get registered for the next week's race?
Facebook.
Yeah, you can join them on Facebook. Check out The Big Show on Facebook, or I believe you can go to thebigshow.com. Grab a hold of one of the admins there, and they'll be able to go ahead and get you signed up. I knew they do have qualifying and testing all month to lead up to this race. It it never really ends. I would say The Big Show does hold more than just super speedway races. They do short track, they do some road courses. They get out of the Gen 6s, move to some next gens, they move to trucks, they do some Indy races. So The Big Show is not just what you see here. They do have a lot more going on. Outside of just what you see here. Boy, look at Trevor Dalton. You see how the nose of his cars are wiggling around? I want to take another look back here and see if he's having some trouble out there on the track. See if he can take a ride along. As you see him giving a nudge to Nick Johnson here in the front.
Yeah, I'm liking to see. I like seeing so many lead changes. It's like everybody's getting a turn. A lead for you, a lead for you, a lead for you.
Yeah, take a look at the number 3 there on the inside, kind of hanging off a little bit. It's interesting to see, I think, what people not pushing as much as you would think. I think that's what's getting me right now is I would expect a lot more guys to be kind of pushing their way around, kind of I don't know, imposing their will, I guess, is what I'm expecting. But we're not seeing that here. You know, everybody's kind of hanging back, staying in one line and not really trying to sling their way to the front. I know if Ted Rekich was watching right now, he would say this is not the kind of race that he likes. It's to the floor and move people out of the way until you get there.
I understand, but out of curiosity, can we see a track map and find out where the rest of people are?
Sure. Here you go.
Okay. Because we've been watching this little clump right here for a long time, and it's like they're the only ones on the track.
Yeah, they're out there a good bit. I know. Once we split back here, I believe the 17th position. That's where we come back and we find Gregory Ricks. He's leading this the second pile back here. These guys are off by about 17 seconds here. So they are hanging off. 5 seconds behind this clump will be led by James Jepson. That includes Greg Whitehead, James Smith, Michael Lockwood hanging out there, and Richard Miles. But then we separate again another 4 seconds back. That's where we got Anthony Bellin and then Dakota Meaner. So I believe it was Keaton Cox, I think, Charles Fletcher that we saw in that massive pileup where Charles Fletcher actually turned into a helicopter down there on the bottom.
Oh, my.
And he was spinning around pretty bad there in the 67 machine for Charles Fletcher. So
Dakota Meaner, number 100. He's a new one here through Bucky Racing, is he not?
I believe so. Yes, he is. Bucky Racing actually being a new team out here. Normally, we're used to seeing Roger Buff Racing, the Honor team, Imperium Motorsports was here. Bucky Racing's a new one here, and that should consist of Dakota Meaner, John Ledden, and it was who else? It was
Rick Schneider.
Rick Schneider, there we go. Right now, of all those guys, right now I'm seeing Schneider. He's all the way up there in 19th. Dakota Meaner is all the way back here in 28th. And Ledden is sitting 20th. So at least 2 of the teammates are clumped together here.
Eschleman is running the number 3 tonight also, I believe, even though he's pulling up a 35 on the tower.
That he is.
Okay.
That he is. That's all right. These guys join along here. It's you only fix so much before we get going here, Stella. Taking a look at the track temperature, 95 degrees, still looking pretty good. And that air temperature being at 66. Man, that's nice for the engine.
I was thinking actually for the drivers with that air coming through there.
Yeah, trying to see if they can get going on here. I know Timmy's out there saying, Schneider probably shouldn't go high on turn 4. Most of these drivers are finding a lot of success riding that middle lane unless you were much farther back on this track. As we were talking earlier before on this front row, notice how these guys are riding mid-lane. Nobody's actually trying low enough other than Ray Garcia, but I think he's going to get some help from some drivers behind him here. I believe that is going to be Eschleman sitting 8th. Going to see if he can give him a shove here. And let's see if actually we can fly over top and take a look and see if he's gaining any headway here. Oh, man. Ray Garcia almost gets his nose taken off there. That was pretty close.
Nice to see number 24 Nichols stand out in all these dark cars. Oh dear, is this a pit road bailout?
That it is.
All right. So we have either some early pits or we have like off-cycle pits.
Yes.
Or our window is in the 20s this week, huh?
They should need at least 2 green flag stops before stage break. So we'll see, these guys hitting about that 2022 mark, depending on the draft. That's going to be the key, depending on the draft of where they were. We're going to see. Hold on. We got a couple of guys trying to sling down pit road here. That's where the trouble. Couple of drivers trying to figure out where they're going to end up there. See if we can find more of from the spotter view here. There we go. So right now, Dalton, Johnson, Snyder, Nichols, Stevenson, Royer, Joe Tardif, and Lee Tidwell. Right now, all these guys working their way through pit. Gotta love iRacing as you can cross through people.
Yes. I think I'm finally getting used to that. Uh-oh. What happened to 44?
Uh-oh. Hold on a second. John Ledden, Nick Johnson. He might have slid in the pit the wrong way.
Okay.
Gotta hurry up and get out there. Ray Garcia still is now second. All top 3 cars are Toyotas. Seguin, Garcia,
Ooh.
and it looked like Blazin, but it looks like they're checking out. Jamie Shaw stays out.
Heavens.
Jamie Shaw stays out. Yeah, the only couple of drivers who have not come down yet, Cade Jones and Charles Fletcher. These guys have not come down pit yet. They should be visiting now.
Yep.
There they go. Yeah, pit road. Their spots, pit stalls are respective to their qualifying positions. So you see Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry there in the front. Ray Garcia going to have to try to run these guys down, and I would probably guess the drivers who came down either by themselves or off cycle here is going to be pretty huge, and they've got to figure out how to get back up to speed without any help. Jamie Shaw's got a 38-second lead on Michael Wiley here. Shaw still needs to come down pit, and he is. Down pit road, Jamie Shaw is. Michael Wiley will be the one sitting second, about half the track across. So you see down on our track map the number 1 position. And the number 2 sitting behind that number 31. That you see the little 31 bubble, and that's where you're going to see them meet up. I would probably guess tires here may be kind of checked off. Some guys not going to do it.
I saw a couple take tires.
Yes, we do have 12-second pit stall times, but we are not seeing full 14 to 16. So I would assume right sides and a full tank of fuel.
Okay. You're going to laugh because the one I saw was a left side tire. And I actually do know my lefts from my rights.
Oh. All right, Heath Schneider gains the lead here. Sean Royer up 22 positions for his second place. Got the lucky number 2s rolling on through there. Nick Johnson is now third. That puts Wiley, Gentry, Garcia sitting 4, 5, and 6 here. We see already Eshelman moving back there to that 7th position. I believe that clutch is finished off by Eshelman, but I believe that 28 machine is a lap down. And that being Shane out there, looks like Wazinski. Sitting 30th.
Well, if you haven't tuned into the big show before, just to let you know, there is no panicking when it comes to being a lap down or messing up on a pit stop or something like that, because at every stage caution, everyone is put back, reset to the lead lap. So they bunch everybody back up so you have a chance to find your partners again, and they take off at the big show go.
The big show go.
Isn't that, no?
Yes. So how does the big show go work?
It works that they don't wait for the Geico restart zone. They are allowed to take off just as soon as 4 tires of the pace car are beyond the yellow line.
Ooh, that you were right. That's old dirt racing technique.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, back with dirt racing. If the pace car is off the field, you go. there's no waiting. It's go time. So I would believe the Big Show Go does that just for less error out there on the track. And some tracks, iRacing is still working on that Geico restart zone. The craziest part is, these drivers driving almost another 1/10 to 2/10 of a mile out here at Talladega to reach the Geico restart zone as soon as the pace car pulls off. Now, looking at the number 16 machine there on the outside.
I was.
It looks like Greg Whitehead going ahead and checking and making sure he stays out of the way. Great job by not causing any problems here in the front. I would say Greg Whitehead, unfortunately, 31st position. Sitting here into the back. Back up to the front. Schneider, Eschleman sitting 1 and 2. Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry 3 and 4. And the top 5 rounded off by Ray Garcia. Now, we did see Nick Johnson, Sean Royer there in the front. A little miscommunication, a little wrong lane choice. And that has slung them on back. Now juggling right on the inside here of the top 10. I mean, you see Greg Blazen's name there kind of jerking around. Right
you.
now, he may be having some connection problems out there. Yep, right there. Lost him. Yikes.
He went from a second down from the lead to a lap down and back again. Good. I'm glad you saw it too.
Yeah, driver's nervous about that would be, holy cow, Lee Tidwell on his outside. The 28 machine kind of gets rear-ended here because no one has a clue where the 23 is. Boy, that is not good.
Ooh.
Yuck.
Yeah, watch that blinking. Oh, my heavens. Yeah, the people that are behind a blinking car just have to hold on and pray, because that's... they come back sometimes in the most unusual configurations. I have seen them on the wall. I have seen them spinning when they come back, and then plop, they're right there in their spot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you and I were talking one time about connection issues. I sent you a video of blinking that was happening in front of me, and I lost him for half a lap, and then he was crashing. He flew in the air. Then it shows him backwards facing me, and then he was back in front of me going the right way again. And yeah, it is petrifying, especially when you're very, very good at wreck avoidance. You want to jerk all over the track trying to get out of the way.
And the whole time he's not quite there. So, well, Timmy Ray's out there giving Snyder all kinds of grief about where he should go tonight. It's like, listen to me.
Oh yeah, well he's definitely Timmy's always got a little money riding on the line here.
Oh, I wasn't going there, but yeah.
He's always got a little money riding on the line of these guys getting some fast times out here onto the track. Stella, we are on lap 31. We're going to come to a break at lap 45 here, and we're going to see how these drivers can negotiate around each other here in the final run. Now, I would question, seeing the admin team starting to bunch up again, kind of what's your outlook here on the remainder of this stage here?
This stage, I think they're practicing their patience. They're making sure that everything is running the same as it did in practice. And whew, I'm sorry, whenever I see somebody cut down like that, it gives me the willies. But they're gonna do their, wait their time out. No reason to try to kill themselves unless they make that stage win.
Yeah, stage win will have a little money riding on it, though. Here comes Shane on the inside. Now, Shane, I believe, is a lap down here, unfortunately. Right now, hanging out in that 30th position. He will get his lap back after the break is over for everybody to get back on track. He is running the fastest, right now, the fastest turn 1 and 2 out on the track with a 23.58. So he is scooting right now in comparison. Other drivers are running a 24.4. So we got a couple guys running a little faster times. Michael Wiley, he had a 23.65. So at least he was somewhat close to that turn. But the speed that 28 machine's going, especially for being in 30th place. Oh, he's going to have a run. We're going to watch it happen. We're going to watch it happen.
Oh.
No. Danny. All right, Stella, why can't he get going here?
Does he have a broken toe link?
Nah, we're auto repairing here. Talk to me about that banking. He can't get up that thing.
Oh, why not? Get up some good speed. You can do it.
Nah, not facing that way. 33 degrees of banking here, the highest in NASCAR. Yeah, you can't attack it head on. He does have to turn, get up to some speed, and then try to turn and get up the side.
Yeah, well, he's got 4,300 feet if you know on the front stretch there to get up to speed. So that should give him plenty.
Yeah, if I am not mistaken, I believe it was 2000. Might be wrong. 99, I think, is where they had the exit of pit road. That they had to go around the turn and meet the cone, and then they're allowed to merge onto the backstretch here at Talladega. Before that, it used to be as soon as they could shoot out of pit road, you'd see them before they hit turn 1 start entering the track. So you'd have guys, 80 miles an hour slower than you are.
And the others at 200.
Right.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's not cool. I'm glad they kind of got rid of that.
Yeah, well, that's at least one good safety thing. That and the safer barriers for the guys to keep all in one piece. But we still looking at another 10 laps here. And already, Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry, Ray Garcia, 1, 2, and 3. Wiley and Gentry returning back to their respective qualifying positions out there. Garcia at least gaining 2 to sit third. Right now for the top 5, biggest mover is Sean Royer, who's picked up 19 positions in his number 15 Chevrolet out there. But we have a lot of race left here to go. And so many drivers getting as spread out as they are. I would love to see a wind-up from the back of the field here, as we got some of them. I mean, if we want to talk guys in the lead, back to 16th is a 29-second gap.
Yeah.
And we're kind of running 48-second laps out here, which is kind of a bummer. Seeing that the 40 they're passing the 28 right now, and the 28 was one of the drivers that was involved there with Eshelman as he spun out there.
Yeah, they just again, for those of you, if this is your first time at the big show, this is a money race. Why we keep saying who's in the lead for the stage or for a hard charger. This league pays off the top 10 for winning the stage, for setting the pole, for the fastest lap, hard charger, and the person who led the most laps. So you don't have to come out here and kill the field. You can actually get a little cash just by being consistent even. So they like to take donations. The bigger the donation, the bigger the pot you can win. So, if you go and you sign up, don't forget to chip in.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a winner-take-all. I know in some cases,
Right.
Landon Gentry and Michael Wiley have come out here, taking all the stages and the win. That was a slide. I know Michael Wiley did a heck of a job there at Michigan one time.
Just last month at Texas, took every stage but didn't win.
Yeah, Landon Gentry did at Talladega at one point. He kept doing the last lap passes. Also at Daytona. Landon Gentry is a 3-time winner here. Right now, no surprise seeing him sit second. It's just some of these guys are able to get a lot of speed out here and just find the right person to work together with and get some much needed work here. Now, I would say you are saying yes, you get paid for the top 10 at the end of the race.
Right.
Not for the top 10 in each stage. Just want to make sure we clarified that for the viewers out there.
Stage winner.
Right.
My
so
bad.
Right now, and depending on how many donations are made, will increase not just the pot at the end, but it could increase the hard charger and the stage winner. Sometimes I've seen somewhere between $15 and $25 per stage, and then I believe it was Talladega when we first came on, Stella. They hit a record of I think it was over almost $1,100.
Yes.
Is what they rose up for that Talladega race, and that was huge. That was the highest they've ever been. And you want to talk about guys racing for money? There was
they got some paydays.
Oh yeah, well not just paydays, but you want to talk about racing. Guys were not going to be denied. There were guys pushing to the end, and probably in those last 10 laps, all that forgiving and all that room. Or if there was any payback, that's where it ended, all in the last 10 laps. So some drivers are going to be looking to kind of remedy that here and try to see if they can get their name up on the Big Show Hall of Fame here. I know if you are a winner, you get Hall of Fame area there. And I would say that also gives you kind of a bypass, as a lot of these guys do have to qualify to get into this race. They do hold races every Saturday and Sunday. There'll be many ones of this, of course. It'll be, let's say, 40 or 50 laps at Talladega. If you can come out on a top 5, that'll lock you in for a run here. So that way you're not getting knocked out, but you do have to qualify. This as the best of what they have here to compete. But if you are in the Hall of Fame, it does give you
first dibs.
You're right, an opportunity to get in because you are a previous winner. Which is really handy. So, if you kind of had a dismal race, let's say a couple races ago, and you're having trouble getting in, kind of hitting bottom rung, let's say at Kansas or something, where Ray Lane came out and almost obliterated the field until the last 10 laps. That may be something that you might have the opportunity. But somebody not having an opportunity right now is Ray Garcia.
No.
Unfortunately, he gets kind of the meat in the sandwich here as he slides on back, dropping him from that 3rd position down to 6th. I'm wondering if he got a wrong draft there, slid up just a little too much, and that just kind of caught him in the wrong area.
Yeah, I'm watching Johnson 44 doing a little door draft there. Otherwise, he would not be hanging with the rest of them.
Oh, yeah. I love it. That's exactly what you want to do is he's got to snug down on these guys or otherwise he's going to end up stranded. It does require a lot more fuel and a little more power and a good sling into the turn to maintain that kind of speed. But it looks like he may have run out of speed here as he's going to move to the inside line. And that is the 44 of Nick Johnson that we are taking a look at. So we take a look at the 44 Fanatec Chevrolet here, and we're going to move on back maybe to another pile here. I want to see where Jamie Shaw is. Jamie Shaw right now rolling here in the back. Seems he's in decent company. Jamie Shaw, John Kazaza here. And I believe Dustin Wade, along with a couple of other lapped cars hanging out in front of him here. May have Jason Stevenson and Rick Schneider. There's Schneider. I was wondering where Schneider was. I'm trying to chase this guy down, looking for where he is out there.
He's just hiding from you.
Yeah, I guess so. I know, and you don't want to get confused with the number 3 Toyota of Rick Schneider and Heath Snyder. So the 29 Chevrolet of Heath Snyder and Rick Schneider there with the number 3 Toyota. Couple laps left to go here with the big show for the first stage. Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry still here in the front. Got another lap to go here as we enter lap 44. Lap 45 will be our mark. Still going at it here, rotating on backward. Charles Fletcher trying to make something happen here. He's praying that stage caution comes soon. That way he can get clumped back up, 4 tires and fuel, and get back out on the track. I would probably gamble that Charles Fletcher wouldn't take tires, fuel, and then jump back to the front so maybe he can at least get a top 10 start here. John Ledden is working his way out of pit. This may be an excellent strategy here. He's already pit, has fuel and tires, and now he's going to sling back out here.
So that works on a caution? He doesn't come back out in the same place he was when he went in? I thought with the cautions, they froze your position. Who got it?
Wiley got it. Gentry tried.
Woo!
Gentry
that was
tried.
close.
Yeah, I figure if Gentry had laid off about 5 or 6 car lengths and allowed Wiley to start losing some speed, downforce starts catching him a little more on that rear spoiler. Landon may have been able to sling around him, but the key is not having a driver like Sean Royer blow right past him and then blow both their opportunities. So, Michael Wiley gets the stage win here. Landon Gentry is 2nd, Sean Royer 3rd, Nichols is 4th, and Tidwell sitting 5th. But we were talking before, driver came down pit. While everybody's under caution, they're going to go down. He's going to go out. He's going to stay out, which will move him up as long as he is on the lead lap. He will stay here in the front. Right now, I believe Ledden is down a lap already, but he's got to sling around here pretty quick. If he's smart, he'll hold it to the floor, sling past everybody here, and while they are pitting, he'll be able to stay out and then be able to move his way on up. So that's going to be hopefully that works out pretty well for him as the drivers wait for the pace car. Pace car is taking its sweet-ass time here, moving on up. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm kind of waiting where the heck it is here.
It's very odd.
There it is.
Sleeping on the job.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a problem with the pace car here at Talladega, Stella, and I think you and I were discussing it before the race.
Oh, we were. It was just this last April, wasn't it, that they stole the pace car? That's not something you hear every day. I mean, the dude ran out, got in the pace car, did a lap, had cops chasing him and everything. They finally got him out, took him to jail, and gave him a $10,000 fine. Would you pay $10,000 to drive in Talladega in the pace car? I know a lot of people that would.
Not. Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be funny. It'd be a funny gag. I mean, I mean,
expensive gag, but yeah.
Yeah, everybody doing it. But that was back in 1986 at the Winston 500.
Funny.
Is where the NASCAR fans stole the pace car.
I guess you're saying that 1986 $10,000 was worse than $10,000 today.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they would have spent a little bit of time in there. I'd have been laughing if I was a fan. That'd been one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Somebody stealing the pace car there. So, yeah, that was. They said something like it was out of a movie. Honestly, on the 80s era of NASCAR. And the Talladega Time Machine could produce a moment like that. So, yeah, somebody stole the car and then they blockaded him. He wasn't able to get away. I think they were a little more brutal getting him out of the car than he was getting in. Oh, Michael Wiley came down pit. Sean Royer, Landon Gentry sitting 1, 2, and 3. Jason Stevenson, I believe, makes it out to 4th, but I think there's a little tangle up here with Nichols and Nick Johnson, where these guys are going to end up on the field. I think they're kind of mixing them up a little bit here. You may see cars slinging around on the high line there. All drivers have been noted that they need to stay on the low side here. That way they go ahead and allow some of the drivers to kind of squeak around, get some of their laps back, and hopefully have the opportunity to move on through. But let's see if we can, if I can find, see if I can move him here.
Okay, I have a question while you're doing that.
Yep.
If everybody goes back onto the lead lap, they don't just kind of erase them and put them back at 0. They have to go around to get their lap back.
Yes.
If they're 10 laps down, does the big show make them go around 10 times?
Or for at least an opportunity is, yeah, try to move them if they can. So, see if they can get them back on. I want to see if we can find John here. See if we can get John here in the booth. John Ledden, you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man, dude, this race, is it what you expected out here tonight?
No, it's going pretty good, actually. Like, hasn't been too many crashes or anything.
All right.
I agree.
Well, we noticed you pit before stage break. Talk to me about the pit call here.
I was running out of gas, so I had to pit.
Bro.
Yeah.
That'd be a good reason, Patrick.
Right, yeah.
Do you come down for an extra splash of fuel here, seeing that you pit on 42 and everybody else on 46?
No, I'll probably skip.
Bro, what? Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you guys are able to continue going here. Glad to see y'all's race team joining us here tonight. Give me a shout-outs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I'm racing with Dakota and Rick right now tonight, and we're a team. And we're all from Wisconsin.
Oh, man. So how does that explain Bucky Racing?
Bucky the Badger.
Like
the football. It's college. It's the college football team.
All right. Wisconsin. Well, down here in the South, man, that's a gas station around here.
Oh, really?
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, it's called Bucky's,
Oh,
man. It's like
no.
120 pumps.
I hope it's a nice gas station.
It's the best gas station.
It's the best. Nice. At least they're doing something.
All right, John. Good luck to you tonight.
Alrighty, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
My
All right.
heavens.
We'll get him. We'll get him. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Stella, we about to go green here? I don't think so. I think we got. Ooh, Heath Snyder coming down pit. Heath Snyder. There we go. Make sure we get that right. I think Michael Wiley's getting a double up here. See if we can find another driver to grab a hold of him here. A lot of things to do. A lot of people to talk to. Let's see if we can grab a hold of one of my favorite drivers out there. Trevor Dalton, you got a copy?
Well, hello, guys.
There he is. Trevor Dalton, man. Talk to me about this race so far.
Well, I can't drive 65 on pit road, apparently.
Oh, no. 55 only, just like the highway.
Oh, man.
Oh, now you tell me.
Oh.
I did, right at the beginning. I can see who tunes in and who doesn't. Ah.
Uh-oh.
You know, is that why my wife always starts out with conversations with, "Are you even listening to me?"
Here we go.
Oh, that's what I should do.
All right. Trevor, hopefully we'll see you fight your way back to the front, man. It's not looking really easy out there. You'll be back here in the 23rd, 24th position. I'm assuming your shout-outs are going to start with your wife, right?
Oh, she doesn't listen to me either, so no.
Oh. I thought that was the whole thing about, marriages for a long time. It has to do with communication.
21 years married. I think it's just ESP now.
Here we go.
That's what I was just going to say. By now, you don't have to talk anymore. You know what the other person's going to say. So just fight with yourself, say I'm sorry, and go home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, like Jeff Dunham says out there with Walter, some marriages, they age like a fine wine. Others age like milk. All right, Trevor, give me your shout-outs, man. We got to get you ready for green flag.
Ray and the admin team for putting these on, and you guys for hosting. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Good luck. All right, everybody. There's Trevor Dalton. Hopefully he's able to recollect this car. This track is definitely a menace to a lot of guys.
Racing interview you've ever done.
That took a hard steer to the right there. That went,
So.
That is not where I expected any of that conversation to go.
Yeehaw!
He likes trekking us out there. So let's go ahead and see how Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry operate here under green flag. We are watching a huge sea of cars behind them there. Quick little breakaway already. I do want to hang here toward the kind of middle of the pack here, where I'm hoping Charles Fletcher will not get mixed up like he did last time with an early mix-up. Ooh, look out. Boy, we might be right in the hot seat there. Look how it's going 3 wide here in the back. I don't know who's that slinging through. I'm trying to see if that's Kevin Dixon here. I think that's the 95
so many people on the
machine.
inside line going backwards instead of forwards.
Yeah, I think that is Harbin. That is who we're looking for. The number 11 Josh Harbin, 3 wide there as he slings it on through. Seemed to work out pretty well as he moves up to the front. It may have been a slow restart there in the back of the pack. And he was able to just, he said, I'm just going to go on around. Let's go ahead and, I'm up to speed fast as you are. I am not checking up. So up front, he's going to move. 19th position for him. Definitely better than where he qualified. Continuing on through, no issues. Already getting single file about 6th on up as we still battle side by side here on lap 51. Stella, this is looking great right now. Charles Fletcher seeming to stay true and clean behind Sylvain Sigwin there, but Sigwin trying to hold on as he's got a huge gap between him and the driver in front.
Oh yeah, it's they'll have words to say to him. But I'm liking the racing tonight. I mean, it's been clean, it's been patient. We've had a couple of, kerfuffles, but had to. Kerfuffles.
Sorry, we're 3 wide back here with Shane. Oh, Jim Zinsky, hold on. All right, looks like he just clears him here. Good Lord. So sorry, we're trying to make sure we grab every little bit out here. So we're about to watch the 100 car, Dakota Meaner, almost go 3 wide. Trevor Dalton thinks best not to. He is sticking the nose of that Toyota down there in the middle, trying to get a little fresh air. Might be thinking about slinging around him here. Boy, that's looking tight. Right now I'm looking to see Rick Schneider in the number 3 all the way up front. Gonna rotate our way on back. I think Eschleman, that might be our guy.
Whoa.
There he is. Good Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, right now he might have butter on the steering wheel. That thing is all over the track.
Yeah, he almost took the back bumper off of 28. Wow, Fletcher.
Yeah.
My heavens.
Normally motorcycle drivers reach over and rip a mirror off for moving like that. Holy cow. Got to be careful. 3 wide. Here it comes. Does Fletcher stay up?
No.
Oh, no. No. Do they know that the number 3 is in the middle? Eschleman's sending it up the gut here. The number 28 is on the outside. Everybody, this track is plenty capable of 3 wide, but right now we are pretty tight here going into across the finish line into turn 1. Looks like everything's calmed down just a hair, but there's still trouble in front with the 95 machine of Josh Harbin. Harbin there is still riding the outside. Now, we talked about him in 19th, 15th position now. Where does Trevor Dalton come in? Can Dalton give him the shove that he needs, and can the 28 machine Ozinski kind of catch up and give him a push? That looks like a negative as they move on down back to the mid lane here. And Stella, wow. This
Can Ray Garcia stay out of the mess when they all crash together?
Yeah, right now Ray Garcia is sitting 12th there. I know a couple of drivers are blinking out. We're having some trouble and some shuffling here in the front. Oh, little nudge. Right now Trevor Dalton's still trying to hold on to it. Dalton gets bumped. Dalton in the middle now. Here we go.
There it goes. Oh, okay. Okay, not so bad.
Yeah, as long as we don't enter the... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Who was that? Was it Sylvain? Yeah. Well, if there's one guy who gets hammered around, it's Sylvain. I feel so bad for that guy sometimes. All right, let's check on James Jepson in the Crispy M&M's machine. Seems he's stuck in the middle now. Oh, man. Oh, did he pay his spotter? Let's find out. Let's find out. 013 going down there nudging the 29 machine.
Woo.
Heath Snyder not happy about this. He is trying like everything he can not to get hammered here. I think Dakota Meaner. Oh no, there it is.
Yep. Whee! I'm sorry. I mean, he was helicoptering in the air. And I was just thinking to myself about that crispy M&M having a hard shell finish.
Look at how many got collected in this one.
That's a few.
Rick Schneider, Trevor Dalton, John Kazaza, Eschleman, Ray Garcia, Greg Whitehead, Heath Snyder, Dakota Meaner, Gregory Ricks, John Ledden, Keaton Cox, James Jepson, Wazinski, and Joe Tardif. Just
Still
to name
didn't
a
break
few.
the record. Still did not break the record, though. You know what the record is for the big one at Talladega?
Wazinski got caught up. Kazaza, Stevenson. Holy cow. I'll guess. Was it 21?
Close.
21. And you know what is it?
27.
Oh, dude.
27 cars back in the 2003
Let's see if we can figure out how this happened again. Oh, dude, what was that?
Much.
What was that? Hold on, let me... Right up there.
There.
Is that Ray?
Who's pushing? Is Ray pushing?
I think that's Ray.
If it is, he got T-boned immediately following.
Wait, hold on a second. I think that's Ray.
A little closer. Oh, yep. Sure enough.
Yeah, I think Ray gets in the back of the 87 here. I'm not sure if there's anything that causes it. Remember, he was talking about guys blinking and moving around a little bit. This might be that situation.
Yeah, because Ray's holding straight, and 87 just took a hard left.
Dude.
Ray almost got out of it.
Look at this.
But I know. 28's riding a rail.
The 115 of John Kazaza.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Look at this.
Can we do an in-car?
Yeah.
Oh, we've
Yeah,
got
we
another
can.
one spinning in the air. My.
All right, the 115 and the 29 are who we're looking for here. See if we can find something here. Let's see if we can take a ride along.
Holy mackerel.
All right, let's see if I can find Heath Snyder here. Oh, man. I was trying to see if we can get kind of in the car here.
Yeah.
She's battling me a little bit.
Ah. Oh. I'm impressed. He just kind of holds the wheel. Turns himself around and away we go. I'm thinking, do the hands come off the wheel at any time?
When?
In the view, you know? I'm wondering if he had force feedback. Did he just let go?
Oh. iRacing has not collected that.
Okay.
Oh, it just keeps the hands straight. If you were in real life, you let go of the wheel. If the car is destroyed, he is not destroying your thumbs, your arms, or anything like that.
Right.
So now with that mix up there in the back, that's going to take our top 10 and shuffle it up a little bit. Other than Mike Wiley and Landon Gentry are in the front. Nick Johnson, Sean Royer, and Greg Blazin are our guys 1 through 5. Finishing out the top 10 will be Lee Tidwell, Rick Nichols, Dustin Wade. He's up 23 positions, not too shabby here, sitting 8th. Up 13 is Josh Harbin. We've seen him on the move here most of the night, sitting 3 wide. Not too shabby there. And the top 10 finished off by Jamie Shaw. The 009 of Kevin Dixon taking a peek here on the outside as well. But right now I think they would like to have a little opportunity to kind of catch up to the remainder here of the field. As you can see, as we're taking a ride along with Kevin Dixon, you see the pile way up there past these 3. That's the ones they got to catch.
Yeah. 84 is wagging like a dog is
That's the one thing about these Gen 6s. I know, Stella, you broadcast with me a good bit here. The Gen 6 is a little bit more narrow and a little taller of a car. The next gen cars are a little squattier and wider, so they are able to handle the turns a little more under control than slinging and sliding around. These cars are very hard to push. They're very hard to trail. I know that the back spoiler, you wouldn't think that, but they are a little harder to control. NASCAR's been trying their best each and every year to try to make these cars a little more controllable, a little less out of control, which if you're a NASCAR fan, that may or may not be a good thing. I like watching it for the racing. Some like watching it for the crashing. I like it when it's trying to keep control of something out of control.
Yeah.
So
I give it to 95, because he's taking all that wiggle bobble behind him and holding strong.
Yep. Yeah, he's trying his best here, but great move there. Look at that jump. So right now, that is Harbin, Shaw, and Dixon. Right now, they're kind of hoping for a little something to see if they can get back up and at least in contention here. I don't know if they can make up this 2.5 second gap. Harbin has been losing almost a 10th per lap, falling off here. It's showing 2.5 seconds between him and it looks like Dustin Wade, who is sitting 8th up there. So they got a little bit of work to do here. A little better turn this time. As they try to turn into this turn. It looks like Wade actually might be falling off a good bit here. As the 87 machine is kind of sucking up to the back end of the run here. The 87.
Yes.
Say it. Who's the 87?
Happened. We haven't lost anything, have we?
Negative.
Okay.
I think
don't
that's
see an
Gregory
87.
Ricks.
I believe you.
How about
He's
that?
not. Well, Harbin's running a 95 or a 90 number, and he's 11 on the tower. So
Right.
y'all are trying to kill me
I'll
here.
say, well, there's the 87 car, but showing him as 30.
Oh, that's rude.
Stella, we are 65 laps into this run here. We still got over 120 some odd to go here. This is looking pretty interesting to say the least. Some of these drivers out here kind of, I think they're excited when they're running side by side with each other and they get clumped together. I would question if there's a way you can throw, if like the Big Show would consider one caution in between stages to like for a situation like this, we can clump these guys back together. That would be pretty cool, but then you would also have a big gray area here of whether when they throw the caution, they want to kind of avoid that at all costs if possible.
Honestly, they always have a reason in between stages. There's always an opportunity given. But I'd like you to notice that Harbin and Shaw have caught up by a second. I mean, they're down less than a second, and they were more than 2 before.
And there they go.
To the group. Yep.
Check this out. Now, I won't mark it away. Charles Fletcher's back here somewhere. Oh, no, there we go. Kevin Dixon, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, Fletcher's purple.
Yeah, the pink and the purple look pretty close here. Look at that. Harbin might be going for the lead here. Dude, Josh Harbin. 2.5 seconds behind, taking the lead there with Jamie Shaw. Right now, Shaw has got to be Harbin's hero here. As these guys push away. That is amazing. Right now, they were all the way back there in the back, back 40, and then fighting their way up. So right now, Harbin, Shaw, and Kevin Dixon, we're sitting right now 1, 2, and 3. Wiley might try to get another wind up here and try to see if he can run down Shaw, and he is.
Yeah, Dixon's going to have to move if he wants to get back up behind them, because they slid down and that gap closed up real quick.
Yeah, a little too late. It looks like they're going to leave one of their admin team out on the outskirts out here, not able to get any more pushing. I'm sure Dustin Wade is kind of hoping that wouldn't have gone that way, but it is. Right now, it looks like where's Greg Blazin? I don't know Greg Blazin sitting there in that 23 machine. We're looking right at him.
Yep.
Yeah, right now doing an awesome job.
I'm glad he's not blinking anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it must be working. Oh, you ask and you shall receive. There was a blink.
Oh. Curse the commentator.
Yeah. Well, no cautions in between stages, but we do have cautions at the end of the race. I believe we just had a cautionless race here in the not too distant past here, Stella.
We did. Well, not too distant. I mean, it's 2002, but that was the last NASCAR cautionless race. And catch this, it was here at Talladega.
Really?
Yep. I wouldn't have thought that, but on October 6th of 2002, they had a cautionless race at Talladega. That's impressive for being this cursed and angered, and scaredy cat track.
Yeah, and a lot of these end up being, so much...
Hype? No.
Yeah, kind of pushing around here. I'm looking to see...
I was watching the yellow car, hoping he didn't advance while he was below the yellow line. Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you always laugh at me?
Throughout the yellow was officially banned in 2003. As an 04, the 07, and Daytona 500. Yeah, it's showing there were caution-free race. There were a couple there in 2019.
Yeah, but not at Talladega.
No. No, there were not. Yeah, I think that it was also saying, I think October 6th of 02 is where it was saying there was some cautionless race. All right, Stella, do you remember when the next stage is?
Next stage is at 90.
Next stage is at 90. You are right. So drivers are coming down pit road. Dixon, Tidwell, Nichols, Harbin, Cade Jones, Royer, Shutt, Michael Lockwood. We haven't talked about Michael Lockwood a lot. Right now he is 14th. He is down pit, up 19 positions from where he originally started, so not too shabby there. Jamie Shaw, Michael Wiley, Landon Gentry, Nick Johnson, and Greg Blazin. The only 5 drivers out here on the track who have yet to pit. Haha. Snap your
And
fingers.
there they
Boom,
come.
there they are. So right now they will actually be led in by Trevor Dalton. Dalton is sitting back here in that 15th position. I believe Dalton is a lap down here after that huge tangle up. These guys had it back there on lap 56.
There's our top 5. So right now, Royer, well, Harbin's in the lead, followed by Royer, Dixon, Nichols, Tidwell.
Oh yeah, well, as depending on see if the admin team can get out. Right now they are already squirting out of pit. Working their way on through, taking a look at the number 1 there, and we are taking an eye on the number right now 6 on our list of running them down, catching them as they enter turn 1 and 2. We'll see if Harbin can keep it going here. Outside line probably will be led by Royer, followed by Kevin Dixon. So will they be able to catch up? We'll have to see. Right now, Royer trying to see if he can get on some speed, and that's the clump of them ahead of him. So they will not get the lead here. Nick Johnson, Michael Wiley, Landon Gentry, Jamie Shaw were able to pit and come back out on time. Yeah, very fast pit stall time. I would say, Stella, looking here at those pit stall times, Royer here had a 12.2, but he pit back on lap 70, and Nick Johnson on lap 71 had a 12.2. Only 1 second, but that is definitely what's separating these guys by about 2.5 seconds. So I don't want to count these guys out. Kevin Dixon was up there with Josh Harbin, and that's how they pushed themselves back to the front again. But they might have the opportunity to fight it to the front here.
Yeah, they did a very good bang-up job last time. They were only 2.5 seconds down. And Royer and Dixon are already eating that up. They went from 2.5, and now they're just about to break 2 seconds.
Still doing a great run. Trying to get up a little more courage here to keep this roll on through. Not sure if Landon Gentry where he comes into play. I expect to see Landon Gentry here, probably not one. I probably see at least 1 stage win out of Landon Gentry, but Spidey Sense is telling me we got to win, kind of waiting through here. But it'd be, you want to talk about taking the wind out of everybody's sails, is if Landon Gentry, after Ray said he hasn't been here all month, going out there and then blowing the doors off this thing and winning all the time.
Yeah, and I don't think we could fit his head through the door if he became 4 or 5 champion. We'd have to grease his, put some butter on his ears or something.
You mean play race control for the next 6 months?
Oh.
They're gonna take him out there because right now he's gonna be walking out of there with a suitcase here in a while. So far, Nick Johnson, who's gained 10 positions, has the lead here in his 44 Chevrolet out there in the race. He's starting to run into some lap traffic here. We'll see how Nick negotiates on around him here. Looks like everything A-okay. Boy, look at Michael Wiley pushing him through. He wanted to let off and kind of check up, but nope. Michael Wiley says, get going again. I believe that is Stevenson on the outside. That should be Stevenson and Trevor Dalton. John Kazaza will... yes, they'll be the next ones to end up a lap down. We were talking about Harbin and Dixon making up some gap. Right now, Dixon is down by 3 seconds here. So
What in the world happened?
Well, when you catch lap traffic, now all of a sudden that lead pack was able to suck up to the piece. So the opportunity they would now have is whoever is on the back. You know, when you're back here with Stevenson or James Smith here, Smith will be a lot closer for that backpack maybe to come up and grab that draft, but it's not looking too healthy for some of those drivers to have that opportunity to catch up.
Yeah, that's a shame. They were on a roll. I mean, they were coming up hot and heavy, and to come from 2.5 to almost 3 seconds down to under a minute, under 2, and now look at them. They're twice as bad as they were before, or twice as far back.
Well, as they continue to run into a little bit of lap traffic here, you kind of suck up. You kind of see that backpack still having an opportunity to possibly catch this next clutch of cars. It's not looking very, very good. You know, we definitely see the separation between all the drivers out here, and kind of wonder if that backpack is going to be able to make it. But we'll have to see. Stage break is at lap 90. It's looking pretty sketchy, I would say, for some of these drivers, whether they're going to be able to make up that kind of time.
Yeah, they've lost 2/10 now between 4th and 5th place in this last lap. I don't foresee the other cars that are a lap down making that up either, since they're behind cars that are 42 seconds behind. Still on the lead lap.
Yeah, that they are. Right now, it looks like Dixon is actually starting to make up a little bit of time here. We'll take a look back there and see how Kevin Dixon is doing here. Now it looks like he might be catching up. Oh boy.
Might be turning.
Yeah. Well, I guess somebody said no.
Oh.
Dixon can't stop that thing from sliding around. Let's get back up here to Harbin. As these two were picking up the pace. Dixon gets turned around here. We're going to see if they can get anything. Dustin Wade's going to lead this pack now. Sean Royer in the 15 Chevrolet trying to keep it going. But Wade's still off by almost 3.5 seconds. Off the next clutch of guys. Worst part is it looked like they were making up half a second that last lap. I think that's the part that bothered me, is right before he got spun out, he picked up half a second. We'll kind of see what happened to Kevin Dixon here one more time and see what we can see. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if Dixon rotated up the track and then it got caught.
Little butt pop back out.
Yeah. Race being led by Michael Wiley, Landon Gentry sitting second, Jamie Shaw is third, and Nick Johnson fourth. Justin Wade trying to see if he can make up this colossal time in the next 10 laps. Could be possible. Right now, that 15 machine of Sean Royer's got to bury the front bumper into the back of that car. To see if he can get them pushed up to the front. I don't know how these guys can really get any faster here, Stella. Are they going to be able to kind of, figure out how to work together here and fight their way to the front? If there is some battles in the front, let's say Jamie Shaw and Landon Gentry wants to kind of mix it up, and Michael Wiley ends up slowing down, there could be a possibility, if there are on-track battles up front, that these drivers will be able to catch them later on. As you can see, Dustin Wade is starting to catch him now, starting to pick up the pace here, and really, I hope the best for him here. I just don't know if he's going to be able to make up almost half a second a lap here.
Yeah, that'd be a big ask. It's not that we haven't seen it with the long straightaways at this track, but that'd be a big ask. But what you're talking about is, Landon and Shaw or Riley getting into a tangle-up and taking out all that front crowd?
Maybe. I'm not saying take them out. All I'm saying is the possibility of them them working against each other. Right now they're working all in tandem, everybody one after the other. But if they start sliding to the side, battling for position instead of just battling for track separation, There may be a chance of, these guys being able to catch him here, but 3.5 seconds with looks like about 7.5 laps left to go here. I don't think that is going to happen. I believe a little back, Randy Schweitzer had some trouble out here on the track, and that may be who we're seeing there on the bottom. Ouch.
Nope.
Look at the birds.
Yeah. Is that what those... Oh, they are birds.
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, mine weren't flapping.
Man.
I was like, ow, thank you.
Do want to
Sir,
know who that was behind him, though.
Sir, may I have another?
Yeah. '29 machine.
Yep.
Yeah, I think 29, that'd been Heath Snyder. Oh, got a run and came down on him. Yuck. Alrighty. Chat kind of going cold on us, guys. If you kind of see what you're seeing out here, ask me a little question, see what you see out there. Who's your favorite driver? Paint schemes. Tell me what kind of paint schemes you like out here. Talk to me about the big show. We can do anything. I am looking out there. And I can see Earth Chomp was the last one who said something out there, so hopefully we'll...
Somebody rooting on Shaw?
Yeah. He looks off a scope. Shaw. Alright.
Okay, so if my first four, so Wiley through Johnson, and number 5 is 3 seconds behind, who are these guys?
Lapped cars.
Ah.
They're just able to keep up with the draft and continue the draft working here.
Okay. Well, that's definitely going to be a pain if they do catch up.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to fight around them as well. Ah, here we go. That's kind of what I was hoping. A little battle in here in the front. Nick Johnson taking the outside. We're going to see if they can get something going. Right now, down a lap, Trevor Dalton is 20th position, but he's willing to help. Outside line got stranded. No other help than just those two, really. Man. I know you. First thing you want to say is shame on them. This has been a chance to see the 44 machine fight his way to the front.
What do you have to lose? You know, at this point, go and make the 5 that Ray Garcia said is the magic number for this track. Everybody from, what, 115?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're seeing the little effects of the door draft there. Works on through. Nick Johnson's out in front of the lead. Right now might be an idea for him to go down. Give a little, oh man, a little block there to Michael Wiley. There's no blocking here, Stella.
No.
Let the 44 to jump down in front of Wiley and then rotate back to the outside so Trevor Dalton can catch back up. Already out there in the chat, looks like my wife likes the crispy M&M machine. Right now the crispy M&M's is a lap down back there in the 30-something position. Right now, if Johnson can keep this up, he may have a heck of a shot. They could use the lap traffic upcoming to their advantage. Right now they need to drop to the bottom. Trevor Dalton is clear. Dalton down on the bottom. There we go. But here comes Wiley. Wiley's going to have a huge burst of speed here as these two are getting ready to reel him in. Michael Wiley is now third. Well, third in line here, second on the track.
Yeah.
Johnson trying to get it going here. Trevor Dalton kind of wishing he didn't get caught in that tangle up in the second stage. Danny Shaw out there saying hoping to be racing next month.
All right.
Oh, look at the bang up here in the back. What just happened? Sean Royer goes involved. This is a behind. Dude.
Yep.
Dude.
Oh, we almost had complete avoidance, and then somebody barreled through.
Couldn't do it, Captain. All right, couple more laps here. Nick Johnson looks like he might be getting a stage win here, but he's got a little more work to do. Dustin Wade, fastest on the track between turn 1 and 2, 23.44 seconds. That right now is a record out here on the track. So right now he is blazing speed. As Speaking of Blazin, Greg Blazin, 10th position back here. Looks like his connection issues might have been squared off here. Kay Jones is 9th. Trying to see if they can get something going here. All right, now Timmy Ray's saying, did that number 9 almost hit the wall? No, Dennis Shute looks like he's all right. Yeah, right now Shutt is doing all right. Up 20 positions. Only person to gain more than that would be Dustin Wade, who's gained 24 positions out here all by himself. Boy, that's a heartbreaker. Let's see how Michael Wiley. Oh, dude.
There you go, Johnson.
Oh, whoa! Jamie Shaw. What was that?
That was being quick on the trigger, because why not? The field was open.
But from the high line all the way to the bottom, Michael Wiley gonna get the stage win here. Landed not enough stink to it there to get it. Holy. Wow.
Shaw and Johnson, with Harbin bringing up the top 5.
Yeah, drivers that really need to be tearing around the track right now. Trevor Dalton's got to hurry up. I know he's a lap down, but he's got to have the hammer down to get the wave around here. Run out of time as pit stops will begin to happen.
Barney's swinging it, boy. It's like he's got mosquitoes out there.
Yeah. Right now, Michael Wiley. Stage win. Stella, who is the winner of stage 1?
Wiley.
And a winner of stage 2.
Wiley.
Oh, boy.
Actually, our top 2 were the same. We had stage 1 was Michael Wiley, Landon Gentry, Royer, and Nichols, and stage 2 was Wiley, Gentry, Shaw, and Johnson. Or, yeah, that's what it was when we stopped. And they flip-flopped on me there for a second.
Interesting. Driver's getting ready to head down pit road here in just a moment. Grab a hold of some of these guys and have a little chat with them. Don't want to get them caught up if it's time to pit.
No.
You know, Wiley kind of toying around with them here. I think he's trying to mess around with them and see if they're going to pit or not. Let's see if we can see Wiley shoot out a pit here. Grab a hold of him in just a moment. We are sitting right in front of the 48 pit stall here.
Everybody down to 25 is in the pit.
Alrighty. See if we can grab some of these fellers here. See if we can go ahead and grab a hold of him. Michael Wiley, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, man. Stage 1, stage 2. How's the rest of the race look?
Well, you know, the further this race goes on, the less give and take you're going to see. It's all going to be all take. So everybody's working together pretty good right now for what I can see. But like I said, that ain't going to last forever.
185 laps here. That's not including any green-white checkers, any extensions. How does one get the endurance for a race like this?
I don't know how everybody else does it, but I tell you, I don't run any force feedback. I can't do it. It kills my wrist. So I just run I don't know what you call it, but no force feedback. So that helps my wrist, especially 400, 500 miles, whatever it is. But yeah, that's how I do it.
There it is. There's the missing link. That's what I needed to know, man, because I know when I'm running force feedback or if I'm racing, I feel like my arms are going to fall off. I can't. I mean, I can't breathe. You're tired. You know, if a caution comes out, you're like, why? I could just just make it end. But hopefully, Michael, we'll see you in victory lane, man. Give me a shout out.
My little boy Jathan is probably watching. My wife Ashley is probably watching. Simtrax Racing for broadcasting, and Ray Garcia. And I tell you what, the whole admin team, man, we work together so well. We can pretty much pass anybody at will. So look for us to be working together. We're saving fuel pretty hard these stages, so we'll see what we can do.
All righty, man. Good luck to you out there.
Thank you, guys.
All righty. The person I want to talk to right now is Jamie Shaw. Jamie, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, that move right before well, Michael Wiley and Landon took off. How do you take outside line and decide, you know what? I think I'll go on the bottom. I mean,
well, the guy was sticking his line, and I saw the gap, so I thought I'm going to take it in case they came down. I'd catch a good run off the draft and maybe catch them, but.
All right, well, obviously you paid your spotter a little extra money this time around. How you didn't come down and take the nose of somebody off is beyond me, man. Danny Shaw is out here kind of rooting you on, and he's hoping to be back next month as well. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. He's got to update his computer, I think. Get things rocking again.
Oh, my gosh.
More memory.
Yeah, yep, more RAM, baby. Got to keep it going. All right, Jamie, talk to the rest of this race, man. I talked to Michael Wiley about it. 185 laps here, man. This seems to be more of almost an endurance race. How do you prep for something like this?
Yeah, just trying to stay out of trouble mostly. I made a good run from the back before the first stage there with I think it was a Josh. I can't remember what his last name was, but we passed the whole field, just the two of us.
Oh yeah,
So
you and Josh
finding the right
Harbin.
person to work with is the main thing.
Yeah, you and Josh Harbin. That was impressive. The two of you guys making it all the way around. Give me a shout out here.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Josh there. It was good running with him there. We were working well together.
Yeah,
right.
watch back at the broadcast. We were watching you guys do it.
Yeah, we were linked up and we were boogieing and catching everybody, so I just stuck with them.
All righty. Good luck to you, Jamie.
All right, thanks guys.
All right, that's going to do it for Jamie. Let's see if we can find. How about Dakota Meaner? Let's see if we can find him. All righty. Let's find another driver from Bucky Racing out there. Dakota Meaner, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All righty, that number 100 Ford out here in a little bit of trouble a couple of times here. How do we fight our way back to the front?
Yeah, just trying to hook up with some guys, get a good draft. Towards the end of that stage, we started booking down the back straight quite a bit. So hopefully we can get a good draft going and not get involved in any shenanigans like the previous two.
Yeah, but there is plenty of opportunities. I think we're getting ready to break across that halfway point here. Outlook for the rest of the race. How do we stay alive? I mean, is there a guy you're like, hey, I've worked with him most of this race, because you've been kind of shuffling it up with a couple of guys out there already.
Yeah, it looks like I'm starting next to Anthony in the 7 car. I've been racing with him for a good chunk of the race, and got Ray behind me, and the 009 in front of me. I've raced a bunch with him, so hopefully we can get a good link up going.
All righty. Hopefully we can see you guys do that. So go ahead and give me a shout out from the Milwaukee Ford out there.
Well, I got a couple friends watching, so shout out to Trav, Ross. I don't know who's still tuned in, but teammates, hopefully we can get a good finish for you guys.
All right, Dakota, good luck to you, man. We'll hopefully we'll see you at least in a podium position tonight.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, that is Dakota Meaner there.
Speaking of which, Ray's behind him. That puts him in what position now?
Right now it's showing him 19th. I believe outside line should be an even number, so he's in either 18th or 20th.
Okay.
But the field's still shuffling up a little bit, trying to get everybody all lined up here. Pace car lights are off. They do the big show go here, Stella, on the final stage when we do the yellow caution restarts here. the restart to a new stage are controlled by Barney in the booth.
Oh.
What the world?
I don't know.
I think Ray just disconnected. Something just happened.
And they threw a caution for it.
Yeah, something looked like something just disconnected there. Ray was going, and then all of a sudden it looked like something disconnected. Watch.
No.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
He, all right, well, he didn't, he kind of forced his will there. John Kazaza didn't, thought it was go time.
All right, but...
They're going to re-rack him here. Worst part is I think Greg Blazin got tore up too, and I think they're still tangling up here.
Somebody was spinning up
Look at
in
Blazin.
the infield, yeah. Jeez.
The worst part is I think even under caution while we were reviewing it, they were spinning out again here. Hold on. It was right here on the backstretch. Something else happened. Oh, Kazaza.
Kazaza again. Who did he just run into there?
Right.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to know.
Trying to see if we can find him here. The 115 machine.
Yes, bright red. Okay. Who's he got there? 35? 55.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Joe Tardif. There's the crispy M&M's machine. I think what gets me is everybody kind of still firing it up the gut here instead of instead of stopping. I think Richard Miles, it says Miles got in some trouble here as well. Let's see if we can find Mr. Miles here.
Yo.
Oh, that was the pace car.
Oh. But that one he almost ran into the back of is not the pace car.
No.
Oh, Lord. Okay, maybe he thought it was the pace car.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you guys, but that pace car looked like a like a laser beam. That didn't look
Yes.
good. Holy cow.
Well, he's making up for not being out there for a lap last time.
Pace
Sleeping
car
on the
lights
job.
are off, so we're gonna re-rack him here and try to figure out how to get this going again.
You don't look very nicely double file here.
No, we don't. Let's see if we can grab a hold of
Right.
nah, Chuck Fletcher. Let's see if we can grab a hold of him. Mr. Fletcher, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. How's it going?
Doing all right, man. Well, hey, I know the first wreck here in the in the race, man. You look like a helicopter out there. Talk to me about the remainder of this race after you got your eyeballs to stop spinning in your skull.
Yeah, I got a little dizzy on that one. Seem to be involved in all of them today. I don't know what's going on, but I just need to get up a few more spots, and then I think it'll be some clean racing up there. But we still got a lot of racing left, and we'll see what we can do. It's all a matter of teamwork here and getting rid of the right people, I think. So I should hopefully pair up with someone pretty good.
Yeah, we hope so. I know you have had some bad luck here, but normally it's always in that last stage you're able to come out on top. Hopefully we'll see you link up with somebody here, buddy. Go and give me a shout out while I got you in the beer in the booth.
Well, I thank you very much for everything Simtrax does, and with same as with the big show. We'll see you at the end of the race.
Alrighty, Chuck, appreciate it, man. I appreciate you joining me on other streams out there. I see you out there commenting all the time, everybody. That is the 67 Chevrolet of Chuck Fletcher.
Thank you.
All right, hopefully we'll get this one underway better than we did the last run. Let's see how this looks. Already starting to stack up here in the front.
That looks much better.
A little shake up here. Let's see if we can get this back under green. Right now I'm showing green flag is out, and away we go. Boy, they're already getting up to speed. 165 and counting. Still going. 175 now, still picking up some pace. So right now, these guys are got it to the floor, trying to keep out front. Nick Johnson, is who we got the speedometer on now, sitting about that 190 mark he's crawling up on. Great job by all our drivers trying to figure out how to get on this track. But this 2.6 miles at almost 200 miles an hour just doesn't seem that long there, does it? You know, when you're able to get around the track at a 47-second mark. Uh-oh. Yeah, watch Landon Gentry here. I smell some trouble.
This is not what Landon normally looks like pushing. Perhaps Johnson is one of those that isn't running the same speed.
Oh, yeah. Frame rate. Frame rate is what Ray's calling it here, so there may be something going on. Landon's having a heck of a time pushing Nick's Chevrolet here to the front. Landon's Toyota is having a heck of a time. Right now, I think Landon's trying to tell him to get out of the way if I can't push you. So Landon trying to do his best to hold it on here, but Landon is doing over 203 miles an hour. Trying to bump draft. So pretty gutsy here by Landon trying to sling both these guys up to the front row.
Yeah, he's got a bumper sticker that says, lead, follow, or get out of my way.
Yeah. All right, now he's got to be careful. Last thing you want is a spin out in the front row, because right now he's got 20 other drivers side by side trying to hold on to this run. Let's take a look off the back end here of Mr. Johnson here. There's a lot of guys hoping for a better opportunity. They've had most of this race here. Oh.
Fighting that wheel, too.
Man. Yeah, and look at Landon's wheel. You kind of see that orange stripe. He's fighting his wheel, too. Okay, you were talking about Landon's wheel. I thought, I figure who we were already riding along with. It was getting pretty ugly.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Harbin here. He's trying to see if he can slick down into the field, but he can't. He's going to have to hang to the outside, but Harbin's going to figure out, man, this is where it is. The speed's on the outside line. Can they keep it going? He's going to give it a shot. Let's ride along with Harbin here. How close these guys are getting. Definitely working the door draft. I gotta admit, looking a heck of a lot better than we saw in the first couple stages. Maybe they're definitely calming down here just a little bit. I love seeing the side-by-side racing. Guys figured out, there's a room. There's a shot here. Man, we can move to the top there. Let's get a good run. Now, this is the kind of racing you want to see. I hate seeing guys kind of get wiped off the face of the map here. I believe Gregory Ricks and James Jepson got in some trouble earlier in the run, as they are off now by 24 seconds off pace here.
Yeah, you were saying this is better than we've seen in the last two stages. Honestly, I think this is better than we've seen in the last couple races. I'm finding their level is much more professional this round. I like it.
Yes. Well, I would equate it to the qualifying that has to be done every month. You know what I mean? The guys who can't, technically you should be looking at everybody out here has at least had a top 5 at some point during this month.
Okay.
So you should have maybe a higher class of drivers or guys who have raced around each other. If you're somebody like Michael Wiley, Ray Garcia, Chuck Fletcher being another one of those guys. I know I'm leaving off somebody extremely important. I'm sure Greg Whitehead, other admins that run the races during the month out there racing, getting multiple top 5s out there. Just being able to practice around these guys, you get used to the way they drive. But already we're seeing some trouble here, and I'm wondering if there's going to be some problems here with Lee Tidwell and Michael Wiley. Right now they're having a problem here on turn exit. There's some contact there. That's going to create a huge bang up, in the back.
No.
Yep, and that's exactly what causes it, is you start getting guys slinging around pretty bad, shooting back up the track. There's Dakota Meaner. We talked about it to him earlier.
Oh, no. Guys, it's check up. Okay, sorry. Don't their spotters, just say go high, go high?
Yeah, but it's hard to say sometimes.
I was just, Days of Thunder. Go high.
Yep.
There's a wreck.
Well, that little slip up there you saw on the outside ended up causing an accordion effect that actually went back down the line and ended up getting everybody mixed up here, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, you do see the tangle up.
Yeah, so what is that? From like 10 and back?
Yeah, you see on the very left of your screen, this is the battle we were watching. You see the accordion start here, and this is where it starts working their way back. Everybody here is over 200 miles an hour, and that's where it starts getting tangled up. I believe that is Dixon who gets caught, and he's the first one, and it starts rotating into the rest of the field. Looks like Chuck Fletcher was able to squeak away, and it just collects the rest of the field.
Yeah, most of them had no time whatsoever to get a grip on that. I mean, it was just boom in your face. Sideways cars. Oh.
It says lap 103. Chuck might have had some trouble out here on the track.
Oh, somebody just appeared. Oh, my heavens.
Wow.
That was
scary.
Tit for tat.
All right, let's see if Cade Jones can get the lead here. Nick Johnson still holding in the front line. Landon still slamming the back here. Cade into Tidwell. No! You guys had it. No. Jamie Shaw, you had it there, buddy. Looks like he might have puckered there, thinking the guys are coming back up the track. Trying to get out of the way. There might be Dustin Wade there in the 68. Let's take a look at Jamie Shaw here.
Oh, yeah, it just came straight down.
Oh, yeah, I might actually have been incorrect here. I thought Jamie Shaw may have moved up.
And don't believe.
Yeah, he moved up just a little bit there.
Oh, but not as much as 68 came down.
Yeah, no, I thought right here at 68, I thought was trying to shoot the gap here. You see the wheel turn a little bit to the right, but it's not even happening.
No.
Shaw and 68 were trying to share the same spot.
I think he was rubbernecking at 4 on the below the line on the apron. Oh, excuse me, 42. Wow.
Yep. All right, so clump back together. Jamie Shaw will be now 21st. Randy Schweitzer right now is in that 78 machine.
6 laps down.
I think we are also looking at the 009 of Kevin Dixon. Yeah, Kevin Dixon and Richard Miles. These guys are 22-23. Yeah, Schweitzer might be having some trouble out here. Stella Weird getting a lot of guys getting hammered and beat up out here. And we were talking earlier about guys being able to withstand the endurance of a race like this. I never would have thought somebody not using feedback. I mean, to me, feedback is how I race. I got to know how the car feels, and Michael Wiley isn't doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of fascinating. I mean, to me, it's kind of how I drive. I don't watch my RPMs to see when to shift. I listen to the car to know when to shift a gear.
Right.
I mean, wouldn't the force feedback on this kind of a system tell you if you're sliding or if you're up too high, or is the car pulling?
Yeah, you would have to
just kind of watch the screen.
Yeah, you'd have to rely a lot more on the visuals.
Wow.
And seeing what you're doing out here. This being Talladega, there shouldn't be a whole lot of sliding or banging or bumping around. But the force feedback would be something, especially when you're bump drafting. But, that's what I've also wondered is I think we saw, I hate to shout it out, Jeremy Burns. What you and I have called there for Jeremy Burns, looking at the small steering wheel he uses. And I've pitched out there, does he use force feedback? Because he's able to drive, and we turned his camera on, seen him drinking a soda
Yes,
and
that's just
still
what I was
making a
going
turn.
to say.
Now, I know when I use mine, I'm almost white knuckled sometimes, because if somebody's pushing me from behind, you know, I'm desperately trying to keep the car still on the track.
Yeah, I've done the rig thing before, and not my cup of tea.
So you went somewhere to try one out, or you have one?
No, gosh, no, I don't have one. But no, you go to the races and they have them, you know, in the trailer thing.
Like
and...
Victory Sim. I know Richard Suddeth, for a league I used to broadcast. That's what he does. He goes around to the places and you get to try out the rigs and kind of have a feeling of motion simulation.
Yeah, I can drive a car, but I can't drive those things to save my life. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't have that feel in my seat.
Yeah. Well, Timmy Ray out there is thinking the exact same thing. He says, to me, I go to feel the grip of the car and listen to the motor. So, yeah, same kind of thing. I know if it's starting to over-rev or something like that, or, you know, if we're having problems, I try to clutch things in, you know, try to buy myself a little time. And especially if you're a dirt racer, you know, even hearing the dirt, how it's kicking off the tires or off the wall, you can hear that and going, ooh, I'm getting pretty close to the wall here, you know, and you kind of, you know, you can kind of gauge where, you know, how they're sliding around the turns here. It's the same when you're setting up a car for a super speedway or a mile-and-a-half cookie cutter, is sometimes you listen to the tires as well, and you can hear them scrubbing. And if they're scrubbing real bad, you know, hey, I gotta, you know, we gotta dial something in. I gotta adjust the toe, you know, possibly the camber a little more, and try to, you know, tilt the wheel to where it works a little better. But that is something. I'm not saying Michael Wiley's doing anything wrong by not having any feedback.
It's the differences in the equipment and the drivers and the tactics for each one of those scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them going. You know, I mean, Gentry and Wiley, they're tacking up in the back. They're pushing. It's working.
Yeah, well, it seems they've got a 5-second gap from the rest of the field here.
Yeah.
That's kind of the bummer. I know I am not a broadcast company that enjoys sticking to the top 3 all the time. The top 3 is going to do what they're going to do. I like finding guys who may or may not have always the best situation at hand. You know, we're seeing Sean Royer. Right now he's trying to catch up to the back here with the number 9, I believe. The number 9 of Dennis Schutt here is sitting 32nd. So he's kind of trying to reel him in here. And Schutt actually rotating up with a couple of the drivers that may have more opportunity. Royer now sitting 8th, trying to catch up to Blazin, who's out there in the 23 now. I will admit, Blazin is a little not looking like what I would expect. I love seeing, I love seeing his Kellogg's car. I like seeing Tony the Tiger out there.
Oh, I didn't know if that's what you meant by not looking. I usually see him up there in contention. I'm not used to seeing him so far back in the field. Although he's been back up there, but he's been way back there in the field.
Yeah. Well, Greg Blazin still, if you consider it, if this were at the end, he's still in a money-paying position.
Oh, yeah. It's just we saw him wrecked out or something, and he was way in the back there for a little while, and that's what I mean. That's kind of like...
But it's been a little while. I know Blazin, he's missed a couple months here as of late. He's been out here in the chat with us. So, Blazin still up here in the 7th. So let's see if we can rotate through. Let's see if we can find Michael Lockwood. Where is he? There he is. I like seeing that summer racing machine out there. Right now, Michael Lockwood, he's up 20 positions here in this race. Not too bad for a 13th run here in the Big Show. The Big Show definitely pretty tough compared to some other leagues. These situations here that, man. You know, I would almost swear last time I talked about Michael Lockwood, it wasn't at Texas. It was the race before. And that was the exact same situation, and he got hammered on the way into pit.
No.
What was the chance? It looks like Stevenson. Let's see where Jason Stevenson is. He's coming down pit. doing down there right now. Coming down pit, that'll move him down to that 26th position. So he's going to have to fight his way back to the front here. Let's see how Kevin Dixon's back doing. Right now, 13th. But all pit roads starting to heat up a little bit. Garcia, Lockwood, Stevenson, Jepson, Seguin, Meaner, and Ricks are down there right now, working their way on out. Assuming we'll see another load of drivers coming down. I'm sure Josh Harbin is not going to pit without the rest of the guys in front of him pitting at the exact same time. That's what you want to do is get caught off cycle. Joe Tardif, right now I think he's actually on the outside line here. Right now he is checking down and out. 17, still going backwards. Yep, well, let's see if John Cazaza is going to slice on around him.
Yikes. Right now, that red and white car is making me think Red Cross. He's putting people in the hospital.
Oh yeah, well Ray Garcia was his first victim.
Yeah, heavens to Betsy.
Wow. Right now, top three have broken away by 6 seconds over Cade Jones. New drivers coming down pit: Snyder, Dalton, Greg Whitehead.
Johnson. Oh.
So new couple more guys. Richard Miles working his way out of pit now.
Cazaza's coming in.
No. No, sorry, we were looking at Greg Whitehead, missed his box there. Cazaza, Schneider, Fletcher. Anthony Bellin here and James Smith. Interesting seeing the clumps of drivers that come in. Not all exactly teammates, but at least guys that you were around. Oh yeah, here they come. Leaders working their way down pit road. Landon Gentry, Nick Johnson, Michael Wiley, Cade Jones. A quick way that they can catch up. Hold on, Tidwell.
Just put the brakes on.
Oh, he's trying, but the tires being so heated up and melting down, he's got no traction. And especially when you come down, this is exactly like how you're racing on the apron here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, missed two. Take some tires, dude. Something ain't working. All right, I got a question for you. Everybody says flat spots. You get flat spots in the tires from getting in these wrecks and spinning all around. Is that like a shopping cart that goes tuk 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 in the supermarket? Okay.
Yep, and it can cause a little bit of uneven wear. It can cause definitely a vibration heading down the race, down the track. Vibration can rattle things loose, especially 180 miles an hour. Things can start vibrating, coming apart, and actually shake the car apart if they're not careful. So that's why you'll see some guys after spin out sometimes will come back down and just put tires on it. There's no sense in going out there, especially with the loss of traction. It may have slicked them up or caused a greasy spot in the tire, which will allow no traction out there.
That's even worse.
Yeah, iRacing hasn't 100% figured that out yet, but what it has done is it has calculated tire heat, and you lose traction, especially if you're driving the 87 models. Slight spin out, and when it causes a caution, you go back out there. You'll have no traction next time you go to launch. You've got to cool those tires down. But that's nor here nor there. I'm iRacing slowly working on more and more things out here. They're kind of pressing different issues on of how different opportunities that they can bring here to the iRacing circuits and things like that. I knew they've been contemplating rain. But iRacing's kind of swinging a lot more toward the dirt and a lot more toward road coursing, to say, more like the Indy cars, more the GT3 styles, things like that, because of the NASCAR failing and their lack of viewership lately. Certain things, when they switch to the next gen car. Things like that. NASCAR's been having a little trouble, so iRacing has put in some of the oval courses on standby. I would like to see rescans of tracks, such as Rockingham.
Yes.
Rockingham is in the process of being finished paved. North Wilkesboro. I would like to see a quick update to that since now it's fixed.
Yes. I'd like to see the stuff in Atlanta fixed. They did just scan them, but the net code there is ghastly.
Yes. That it is. I will admit, it was a lot better, Stella, when we were there with Racing Revolution. It wasn't as bad. We had guys getting fish hooked into the wall. Guys get real close, give the wall a little nudge because you were side by side with somebody, and it would grab the right front fender and snap them off the track. And it was
yes.
Yeah. And to me, that when you have a when you have a league that runs no fast repairs, that's
difficult.
it. You know what I mean? Your race is over, and it wasn't your fault. So it made guys very, very careful how they were driving out there.
Whee! Look at them go.
Yeah, I was definitely getting a run, so the outside line will go ahead and move on through. They're going to sling on around, slide back down from Dixon, and it looks like Jamie Shaw there, and then they're going to go ahead and get another run again. So right now Dixon will get a run.
Hanging out to dry.
Yeah, well, 68, Dustin Wade been having a little bit of trouble here. During this stint, it's kind of killing him here. He ended up in some kind of a blast apart there since the last stage. So he's been battling from back here in the 17th position, still 14 up, but still rocking on through here. As we're kind of watching right now, Dalton is about almost to that 8-second mark before he keeps going here. I do want to take a look, as you do see some smoke out there on the track, showing James Jepson went off track, so our Crispy M&M's machine in some trouble.
Uh-oh. Oh. Took somebody with him, too.
Is that Gregory Ricks?
It looked like 87?
Yeah, that's Gregory Ricks.
Hanson Ricks.
Yeah, that's right there.
Oh. Okay, he plays a different name in Discord, my bad.
Alright, let's go ahead and get back on track here. I was trying to figure out why there was so much smoke onto the track. I would like to figure out why, kind of maybe figure out what caused him to swing to the inside here. I bet you he thought he had an opening. His spotter may have said he was clear.
Wow. Then his spotter needs glasses.
Yeah, that was,
I think that was an equipment failure? I mean, that was just bizarre. See, he's still running along the fence.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if something's something's going on with his car here. No, he's moving, and you see right there in the mirror.
Yeah.
Well, back to it.
Okay.
Let's figure out where John Ledden is. We talked to him. Right now, 25th position for him. So far, so good out of that clutch of cars. Oh, no!
Timmy Ray's trying to steal me away. He wants me to go learn dirt track racing from him. Because I have a lot to learn about racing.
Being in control, out of control.
I have watched those guys. I don't personally like to drive out of my right-hand window.
Yeah. Trying to snap back. See what happens. Oh, what?
Oh. That was me.
Trying to. Uh-oh. There it is.
No. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so remember what we were talking about spinning out. That was a tire issue there. That's exactly what that was. So his tires are too heated up. He's trying to get going again, and what it's done is it's greased the tires. And he can't get going. Yeah, so the only way to overcome this is to slowly get up to speed. And he's got to, you don't sidestep it. If he stomps on the gas again, he's going to slide to the side again.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, so he's got to be super careful. I mean, his tires will probably be cooled down exiting too, but he's got to be careful heading through the rest of this track. So right now, we'll see how he does. Yep, back up to speed for Dennis here, 184 miles an hour. So,
all right.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of those things. That's exactly what happens here. But check out Landon off the track there, trying to make sure he stays away from a little bit of that lap traffic here. Right now, we are stopping again at lap 135 here.
And that will be our final stage tonight.
Yep. And then we'll end up with some cautions, figure out kind of where we're going to go from there. Trevor Dalton actually having the fastest lap on the track with a 47.17. Unfortunately, is not assisting in the 7-second gap he has here. I'd probably say he's probably using a couple of drivers out there with some lap traffic to help him sling around this track. He is definitely getting some good help here by the number 29 of Heath Snyder.
Yeah, this whole pack, I mean, they have that 5 cars. If they snug up pretty good, they could make up some time.
Yeah, right now, Sean Royer and Cade Jones, they've been kind of hoping on the anchors of this line to kind of help them out here. They are laying back there just a good bit rather than snugging up to help the push. But they are underneath the 7-second mark, but they still got a long way to go. Nick Johnson has fallen off pace here, as Wiley and Gentry have suddenly completely broken away from the from any kind of competition here. Yeah, I was wondering if Johnson ran out of fuel.
Way back there. It's getting worse. That would be terrible.
No, Johnson's still going here.
Okay.
Right now, he's losing a boatload of speed.
Yes.
There we go. There's another lap record. 46.92, set by Greg Blazin. Wow. Yeah, right now, Greg Blazin's flying in his Toyota. And now looking to see if he can get a little more going on with his race car.
Everybody else is in the 47s.
All right, less than 5 laps to go before we get to the end of this stage. Some drivers doing a lot better than others. Would want to note here, Stella, Ray Garcia is still on the lead lap. Sitting 9th.
He's in the top 10.
Yeah, not too bad by Ray.
Never say die, man.
Well, we've seen Ray, and every single time this guy goes out there, he ends up kind of getting obliterated. We'll see. Hopefully we'll see better out of Ray here this time. I know he says he's had a boatload of second-place finishes. Stella, check this out. You know, we were talking about Trevor Dalton being behind by almost 7 seconds. Less than 5.5 now. Unfortunately, he's still only about 2 or 3 laps to go. Trevor Dalton running up. Right now, he's going to be making a bid here for 3rd place. As he passes Nick Johnson. Right now, inside line is not going to be the one to be, or be the place to be. As this group of 5 cars right here have been doing a fantastic job rolling on through. Sean Royer's got to straighten up that car a little bit here, otherwise they're going to be in a boatload of trouble spinning each other out. Last thing you want at a time like this, right now being on a roll. Don't want to slow anything down. Cade Jones almost looks like he hits the brakes here.
Something, yeah. He didn't make that pass completely. And the other 3 are taking off without him.
No, but Ray Garcia may be right. Your lucky number's 5 out there, and saying that our 5 has now been whittled down to 3. Royer may be letting off the gas as well to see if he can help reel in Cade. There it is.
Yeah.
Cade gets the aerodynamic bubble. 44 feels it, too.
They'll make a new 5.
Yeah, I guess so. Dalton wishing they hadn't have done that. It's 4.5 seconds. Yeah, separates him and Michael Wiley. Wiley's still pushing along with Landon Gentry here. I'd probably say Wiley might be setting him up.
Well, it's not anything Landon wasn't doing for the last 2 stages.
Yeah. Yeah. But not Michael Wiley not being able to get a clean sweep here. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We shall see.
Well, over the years, 12 drivers have made their debut, their first win at Talladega, and only 6 of those 12 drivers have ever won another race.
Oh, wow.
So this is an anybody's game type of track. So, all right, we are coming up, and
yep,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe waiting for the top 10 to pass on through here. Cade Jones being their 5th place guy. Here's Royer, 8th. Garcia is 9th.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the caution. Go ahead and throwing that on out.
Okay. It's interesting. Each stage we have the same 2 at the top. Might be switching it up, but always a different 3 and 4.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that brings out our last stage caution here.
Now it gets really interesting. About that give and take. Now it comes time that it's all take.
Yeah. I think I might have found the record here, Stella, about the amount of cautions at Talladega.
Really?
And it involved with 3 overtimes and 13 cautions, which were 2 more than the record.
Ah.
It featured a frightening crash in the second stage that sent Kurt Busch airborne.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was back in the 2020.
Okay.
So that was pretty a lot more recent.
Yeah, I was trying to find the record for most cautions, and I hadn't come across it. I'm glad you did.
Well, there we go. At least we found a little something going on here. So, hopefully we'll see some of our guys end up with better timing out here. Everybody trying to clump up with that pace car. Hopefully, this is where normally oh god, there we go. There's some smoke. There's some air. Every time. Michael Lockwood. So now drivers trying to get their laps back, trying to stay on the track as pit road starts heating up again. So we want to talk about, when we get close to the end here for these races. I'm trying to look at some of the races. 15.9% of the races at Talladega were won by less than 25 thousandths of a second.
Yeah.
15 races, or 34.1%, were won by less than 1/10 of a second. 39, 88.6, were won by less than 2/10 of a second. The largest margin of victory here at Talladega.
Allison. I bet it's Bobby Allison.
Don't have a name, but I have a time, and it was 0.388 seconds.
Nope. For the largest margin of victory?
Yeah, that's what I'm showing here.
1979, Bobby Allison holds the record for the largest margin of victory by 1 lap and 50 seconds.
Okay, maybe I might be looking at when they introduced electronic scoring back in May '93.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that of course being 44 of those that ended under a green flag.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, there you go. There's a little Sound like baseball, don't I?
I know. Here we are rattling off stats and stuff.
Yeah, here we
But-
go. You know, I had the most game-winning doubles in the 9th inning back in May, and
in months ending in R.
yeah.
Well, I'll tell you though, you brought up Red Farmer, and I had to go look because you were saying 90 years old. Do you know he currently competes part-time in the 602 crate dirt late models?
There's a
In the
good stat out there for Timmy.
And the number F97 Ford Mustang for his own team. He's a member of the, yeah. It just, I'm just reading, I mean, he's in like 5 different Hall of Fames. It's impressive, but you're familiar with when Davey Allison died in his helicopter crash?
Yes. Yeah, I think it was in Michigan, wasn't it?
Talladega.
Was it Dega he was landing in?
Yeah. On July 12th, 1993, Farmer was a passenger in the helicopter crash at Talladega that took the life of NASCAR Winston Cup driver Davey Allison.
Bro.
So, yeah. Farmer only suffered a broken collarbone and fractured ribs. So that's, dang.
Nothing better than a couple near-death experiences.
Well, I think every time these guys get behind the wheel, especially before our safer barriers and our helmets being strapped to the back and our head shaker things and all that, they were always taking their life in their own hands. But that's the kind of guys they are. They're like test pilots.
All right, let's see if we can find one of our drivers out there.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find Greg Blazin. You got a copy?
Hey, how you doing today?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Unusual paint scheme for you tonight.
Not really.
Oh man, really? I think I'm.
What
I
do you
just
see?
I see the red admin car.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm used to the blue and orange one.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought about using that one because I have it for the Toyota and I don't have a paint scheme for the Toyota.
Yes.
But our paint guy did it real quick, so.
Sweet. Sweet. Talk to me about the race, man. How's it holding up for you?
So far so good. I don't really want to jinx myself.
Yeah.
I've been running up towards the front the whole time.
Oh yeah, no problem since lap 95. I'm sure you got pretty high hopes out here. We've seen Michael Wiley and Landon Gentry owning this track pretty well here tonight. Kind of what's your outlook, man? How are we going to switch this up and try to get yourself a podium position?
Well, everybody goes to the outside at first and then they just abandon it. And that's the only way we're going to get around those guys. So just have to get the right people to stay up on the high side. Get enough people up there, we'll get by them.
Oh yeah. Outside line always seems to be the strongest. It's just everybody chickens out from there on out. Greg Blazin, give me a shout out here, buddy.
I didn't hear that, was that?
Shout out time.
Shout out time. Hello, wife. How you doing?
There's a good hubby.
Greg,
the wife and the
you.
animals.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
How are your dogs?
They're sick, both of them.
I know. I
Yeah.
was wondering, are they okay? You know, they get.
Oh, they're
okay?
fine. They're fine.
Oh.
They just can't like go. One of them goes to work, and so he can't go. And then the other one goes to daycare, and she can't go. So I'll be home half the week.
Oh, yep.
Dude.
Like children, aren't they?
Exactly.
I don't know about that. My wife treats my dogs like children too, almost too real.
Yeah, my wife dresses them.
Oh no.
Oh.
Greg, I gotta let you go. I can't let my wife know about that. See you later, bud. Appreciate you. Quick, get him out of here.
Oh, Patrick.
Absolutely not. Can't have any of that. Oh
Well, don't they get their little things when they go get bathed? They get their kerchiefs?
boy. Yeah, but that's as close as it's gonna get.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Next thing I'm gonna see is shirts and pants, and I am not dealing with that.
Oh, no. But I know my dog used to have the little kerchiefs they pumpkin ones and the little Christmas ones. What are they doing up there?
Toying around.
Oh, okay.
Pace car lights are off. This should be our final stage here, Stella, and hopefully this goes as swimmingly as the last stage, as it was clumped together last time.
Splendid, yeah.
Yeah, Cade Jones actually with a gutsy call, only a 9-second pit stop for him, so it looks like no tires for the number 4 Chevrolet, who is in the lead.
Ooh.
We're gonna go ahead and get this one squared off here. Away we go.
Sheesh.
Love it. All right, Cade Jones, inside line. Away we go. Landon Gentry has no problem pushing another admin team car. All right, 1, 2, and 3 admin team. Jones, Gentry, Wiley. That finishing off with Nick Johnson, Trevor Dalton somewhere here in the back. Sitting and seeing if they can find a little more room to fight their way here to the front. But look at the separation. All right, let's get that ticker out of the way. That's the admin team way up there already.
Oh.
Getting at least a half-second lead over the rest of the field here. Dalton's got to figure out how to push that 44 machine up to the front. Where's the 29? Heath Snyder when you need him. There he is. Pushing on through, seeing if they can get that inside line. It's working.
Ray Garcia's making some inroads, too. He's up to 7.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about that outside line holding up, and I'm waiting to see. Ray definitely wants to use that outside line to his advantage here. But he's not having any luck right now, trying to see if they can push him along through. That looks like he is pushing. I believe Greg Blazin, who's in front of him. Blazin wants the help, but he's got to be careful how much help he's getting here. As right now, everybody is caught up back to the leaders. Leaders having a little trouble here. Wiley definitely holding them off. Check out that outside line. Stella, here they come. Blazing with Ray Garcia, and it looks like the 42 will lead Tidwell. Tidwell's been in some trouble here during this race. Blazing, terrible time to be blinking.
Yes.
Jamie Shaw in the 84. He's been in some trouble here as well. Yeah, Jamie Shaw ended up some trouble back on lap 105. He's going to see if he can get it going on here. So this race being led by a Chevrolet, followed by a Toyota and then a Ford. We're figuring out if anybody can get going here. Landon Gentry originally started second. Cade Jones was 10th, so he's moved up 9. And Michael Wiley, originally on the pole, down to 3rd. Outside line, something's happened with Greg Blazin. Something died on the outside. Here they go. Ray Garcia is going to go ahead and split the seam here. Try to get the outside. Tidwell's got to go up and bump him here. Otherwise, Ray's getting ready to stall out. Ray's stalling out down to 12th. Now Blazin down to 13th. Boy, that outside line. Do you see how when you run out of the draft, it's like hitting the brakes?
Hey, did.
Wow. Yeah, Tidwell looking to help nobody except himself here. Tidwell now working his way on the outside. Sitting 14th. Yep. Almost 3-4 wide here, and right now they're trying to see if they can fire on through. Garcia out in front. Michael Wiley. Uh-oh. Wiley is backwards.
Wow.
Back up the track.
Oh. Yep, that was painful.
All right, let's see what happened to Michael Wiley here.
Just going to ask you that. What caused it? I think he was right behind Landon, who was behind Jones.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Did he get hooked?
Yeah, it looks like it. Let me see if I can find our spotter view.
Yeah, there we go.
Boy, look at 29 with the pushing on the outside.
But he can't. Yeah. Looks like Wiley slowed down a bit. I don't know. It's hard to tell who slows down and who speeds up.
This is the hard part to watch.
Oh,
boom.
Yeah. Wow, he went over all the way to hit the wall.
Well, if you think that's bad, that's just this one here on 143. Continuing on here for a yellow flag move here. Check this out. We already got a problem up here. Looks like Sean Royer gets turned, and it collects the rest of the field as well. Oh, a little wrong chopper view here. So we can find something a little higher. This one does bring out the yellow flag that collected these two. See if we can get back to our spotter area. Figure out how this undoes. Cade Jones turns to 15 here.
Nice job, 33, to get around that.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Stevenson kind of
16.
sealing the deal here.
Heavens to Betsy.
What in the world?
I don't know.
I think that's Jamie Shaw.
Why?
I don't know, but let's figure out where Jamie Shaw gets in this mix here.
And now Johnson's back there too.
Here's Shaw. Wreck is happening. He's still to the floor here.
Oh, came back up.
Yeah, he was at over 190 miles an hour when he went into that. Driver's still flying around. See that yellow car on the bottom?
Yes. Now see, is that okay? Is it just wreck avoidance? Or can they make up that place below the yellow line?
Yellow flag was out before any of that happened. Yellow flag came out. Michael Wiley, Charles Fletcher got turned, and then the yellow flag came out 4 seconds before it counted Sean Royer's problem.
Oh, so he may get all the way back up where he was?
Yeah, there's a possibility. So we'll see. Like I said, right here this is right here. Caution. So the remainder of this, I would probably say is useless.
Okay.
Because the caution's already out.
Just a little
and we're
frivolous.
we're still hammering each other here.
Yeah.
I would probably say that's Gregory Ricks that shot the gap during this yellow flag here. See if I can find something that shows the right one.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. They're allowed to do that, right?
Well, the problem is the caution's out already.
Yeah.
And this is what...
If you say so, because there's still smoke happening up front. Well, we'll find out when they rack them and stack them, right?
Yeah, a couple drivers are coming back down pit. It looks like Charles Fletcher's going to try his luck at a little different fuel strategy here. I like the call.
Why not? He's not going to get left behind as a single.
Right. Yeah, looks like Nichols came down. I believe Harbin, Shaw, Wiley, Richard Miles, Kevin Dixon, Greg Blazin have come down pit on lap 144. Love the call here. No, they came on 144. Charles Fletcher will be 146.
Yeah.
When he comes out. It says Charles Fletcher was involved in the wreck here. So.
What is happening with crispy M&Ms there? Huh. Ooh.
Yeah, Wiley slid back up the track. Crispy M&Ms.
But then what? She comes straight down the track. Yeah.
Oh, he couldn't get going. When he's on the high line, he's doing under 20 miles an hour. It's that 33 degrees of banking is trying to make him fall.
Oh, okay.
So he dropped down trying to lean this thing into the turn. But you see who's in the lead.
Dalton.
Yeah, Trevor Dalton.
Yeah, what a shakeup in our top 5. Well, okay, almost in our top 5. Landon's still hanging in there. Snyder's still hanging in there. He was 4th at the break.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get this one back underway. Dalton and Snyder side by side. Landon Gentry, Cade Jones. Keaton Cox, Michael Lockwood. Stevenson and Ray Garcia, Dustin Wade, and Joe Tardif. Starting out our top 10 as we get back under green. Here we go. Dalton getting a great jump here as they pull away.
Yep, don't get that camera angle. Take that, NASCAR.
Not too bad, shabby there. Right now, it looks like Landon Gentry with a quick move underneath. Right now, Dalton working again with Heath Snyder. I've got to admit, if these guys come 1 and 2, doesn't matter which order, these guys are really got to pat each other on the back because they've been working almost flawlessly together this entire run. Right now, Team 2, Dalton, Greg Whitehead, and Heath Snyder all working together. They are missing Greg Whitehead, who's down there in 17th. Right now, it looks, look at this. Look at this stack up of cars here in the back.
Yeah.
Good Lord, this is about to be a mess. Here we go, Stella, your kerfuffle.
Yeah.
All right, now we got a couple of guys shuffling around. I'm looking to see if Michael Wiley can floss his way on through, and he's trying. He is outside the line, trying to see if he can rip the back bumper off of Jamie Shaw here.
And Chuck Fletcher right behind him.
Yeah, look at Sylvain back there in the 66 machine. Bad spot. Not looking good. He's going to be pretty mad about this when this comes to a head. Right now, he's stuck right in the middle. Guys already mashing each other behind him.
Yes.
Let's see right now where the 16 machine of Greg Whitehead is on the bottom watching this unfold, and looks like everything's getting ready to calm down. Dalton still holds the lead. Gentry pretty close. Top 5 have broken away by a second and a half over top of Wade. Not too shabby there. Looks like everybody kind of breaking away. Tidwell trying to see where he falls in. Tidwell down on the bottom, looking to see if Dakota Meaner can catch up. Meaner starting to reel him in here a little bit. He's going to get a little help from the 16. 16 gives a little tap there to the 44. Boy, yeah, there's a big stack up here, Stella, of the guys here in the backfield. And I think we've got Shaw off the reservation, down on the bottom, trying to reinsert himself back onto the track.
Yeah, I would not like to have to do that apron to track transition.
Dude.
Oh, again.
Well, you know exactly what happened here. Shaw rotated up, gave a little pop to the edge of, it looked like, I believe it was Snyder there in the 3. Wiley let off the gas, and then he got rear-ended.
Yep.
That is exactly what happened there. Dude.
All right, so this is our second of 4, correct?
Should be. Yeah,
Okay.
right there. You see Wiley let off.
Yeah.
67 sends her on home.
Oh, they went the pink one. Okay. Just took a little detour. No.
Yeah, quick little shot of the back of the stands here. Sure, we want to look at a bunch of fans' butts right now. Keep going on. Trevor Dalton trying to hurry up to the pace car here. Well, it's pretty funny because you get going this fast, and then you'll see the pace car all of a sudden sling up, and it'll be going, 180 miles an hour to pass you. But it looks like they finally found him here. Definitely want to let everybody know they're checking up. Wow.
All right, lap 151 of 185, and we are halfway through our allowed cautions in this last, 30 laps, 35 laps?
Yeah. Just about. Just about. Greg Whitehead sitting 24th now. Huh. I wonder. Who should we pull down here, Stella?
I do not know. Have we talked to Kevin Dixon?
No, we haven't talked to him yet. We can try. We'll give it a shot. Kevin Dixon, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, buddy, you getting ready to... Yeah, you're heading down pit. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys got talk over with the admin team. Make sure I wasn't cutting you off, man. Talk to me about this race, buddy. Or how are we going to be able to survive to the end?
Oh, we'll see. It's been all over the place.
Alrighty, well, we'll talk all over the place, and I'll poke the open wound here. It says lap 1, there was some trouble. Lap 4, lap 78, and lap 138. I think strike 4, you're still in it, though. How do we, man? How do we battle to the end here? I mean, the endurance starting to kick in.
Yeah, I just survival. It seems like right now. I don't know what's happened. Seems like everybody lost talent.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask you if arms are starting to turn into jello out there. It's starting to get kind of weird to say the least. I know it's definitely troublesome for some of the drivers out here, and I think everybody's starting to lose patience. Everybody wants to fight to the front. No more room will be given. But Kevin Dixon, go ahead and give me some of your shout-outs here, buddy.
I just got Ray for hosting these and all the admin team, man.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate you, and maybe we'll see you in the podium position.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, Stella has...
What you're saying is everybody out here, there's no more Mr. Nice Guy.
Absolutely not. No, everybody's going to be trying to push all the way to the end here. Maybe we see if we can find Rick Schneider out there. Another number 3. Let's see if we can find... Let's see if we can find him. Rick Schneider, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Dude, that that last pile up there, a little nudge to the side of your car. How nervous were you of spinning out?
Yeah, it was a pretty tight race in there. I kind of cut one of the guys off in the top row up there. I apologize for that, but yeah, it's been a blast so far.
Yeah, we saw you moving around there a little bit. Looked like Jamie Shaw got a little out of shape, came up top, touched the side of your car. Looked like some bad things were getting ready to happen, and a huge checkup caused the accordion, and here we are, man. But hey, do we have enough fuel to make it to the end?
I don't think I do. I'm probably going to have to stop one more time.
So you're gambling on another caution.
I'm hoping.
Well, how it's looking so far, there might be a heck of a chance. Rick Schneider, give me a shout-out here, bud.
Hey, man, I want to thank Cody for doing our paint schemes and racing with him and John. It's been a blast. Say hi to Trav and Ross. Hope they're enjoying the show.
Alrighty. Appreciate you, Rick, and we'll hopefully we'll catch up with you later.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks.
All right, Rick Schneider. Sitting number 3 Toyota. Same matching paint scheme. Same matching paint scheme as Mr. Meaner out there. Looking good. In case you were nervous there about the Milwaukee machine out there. Landon Gentry. We'll see if we end up back under caution. We'll see if we can pull the number 33 Toyota down here. Have a conversation with him out there. See if see what they're willing to allow. I know there's there are gonna be some words said after this one. Something tells me Dalton's got to get the jump. Snyder's gonna drop down low again. But Landon's gonna want to be the pusher.
Yeah, but which one? You know? You think he would rather push Snyder or push Dalton at this point? Because neither one's an admin.
I don't know how successful he was getting Cade Jones out in front.
Right, so he's not familiar, but at least that's a teammate. But maybe he has trouble pushing Cade Jones the way Ray was saying, that he couldn't push Landon.
Yeah, it's possible. Right now, everybody knows if you're in the lead, you're a sitting duck. So right now, this may actually be a really, really bad spot for Trevor Dalton and Heath Snyder. Landon may take his opportunity to see if he can overcome this run. Great jump already by Trevor Dalton. We'll see how he heads into turn number 1. Outside line, he moves up. 29 machine buries the nose in the back of his Toyota, so 2 Toyotas linking up, and the Chevrolets take the bottom line. Let's see who prevails here heading down the backstretch. Looking good here so far. Ooh, man. Yeah, right into turn number 3. Right now, Trevor Dalton ahead by about a car length. Heath Snyder lining up now with the driver who is lined up a third is Cade Jones. Dalton and Snyder wheeling on back. The 7 machine, Anthony Bellin, might actually be showing up to play. Top 5 for him where he sits. He's going to be our anchor here. And look who returns back to the top 10. Michael Wiley, outside line, gives a shot to the number 7 here. I'd be trying to get the 7 to move here, see if he can loosen up Anthony Bellin and get on around him. Or see if he can get that 7 a little bit closer to the 29 machine. Seeing if they can keep going. Outside line, still working it. Stella, this is looking pretty solid so far. No tangle-ups here in the back of the pack. Right now, from first all the way back to about that 29th position, off by about 2.3 seconds. So everybody looking pretty solid out there on the track. Landon Gentry right now is holding 4th position as Dalton, Snyder, and Bellin have taken off on the outside row, slid down to the bottom, and are now commanding the front, leaving Michael Wiley out on the outside all alone, and I believe the only person out there helping him is Ray Garcia. 55 machine, Joe Tardif comes to play, outside line again. Boy, you would be interested to see if the inside line can start making up some of these gaps here. As you can see, they're looking like Swiss cheese on the inside line. Oh, yeah, definitely not looking good. Looks like Ray Garcia might duck on off back to the inside. Wiley trying to figure out where all that momentum went. It seems he's giving it up, unfortunately. Wiley going to have to catch up to Keaton Cox. Cox in the in the 57 Chevrolet here. Right now, race being led by a Toyota, followed by a Chevy, and then followed by a Ford. So, no, you can't say a manufacturer is a good position here at this track. At 156, and we start 157 at the line. Dalton still leading this one. Right now, all top 3 drivers have gained at least 14 positions here at the track. It's kind of coming down to this, Stella. We are looking pretty close here to the remainder of this race. Of these guys boiling this one down to the end. We've got less than 30 laps left to go. Wiley.
No.
Oh, not back into the pack.
Yep.
No caution out there on the track. James Smith got a huge shot here.
Yes, there is a caution.
Smith never even saw it coming. I wonder if we can get a quick view of that. Never even sees
Oh,
it.
hey. Nope. Nope.
And you're starting to think when you're in a pile like that, why me?
Well, it's bizarre the way, you can get, like, picked out,
Well,
all
look
these
at
cars.
who it doesn't catch.
How it just splashes around and like a tornado.
I mean, look how the number 3 doesn't get caught here. Number 3 still maintains.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
All right. Get this one back going. Yellow flag is out. Driver's probably coming down to pit this time. I would probably say it might be an idea at the rest of the field pit, unless they're gambling on one more caution.
Yeah, if they were coming down in the 20s, might be pushing it to not come and get a splash.
Yeah, although you do wonder if what the world?
I don't know.
Is that Stevenson?
I think he wants to come down pit and they won't let him. He'll have to go around one more time.
Yeah, I thought that was Stevenson he was hammering there. No? All right, Stella, I'm showing 4 drivers have taken it back to the garage at this point in the race. Dennis Schutt, Esselman, looks like Shane Wazinski and Frank Perfin. Those guys have taken it to the garage. 35 Chevrolet. I'm going to butcher that guy's name for the remainder of the night.
Probably.
Trevor Dalton, the only one not to pit here. At 136 is the last time he came down.
It just feels too good to stay out there.
Well,
Casaza's in second?
yes.
Alrighty then.
Came
Haven't
down
seen
pit.
him.
His pit lane time was 35.9 seconds, but he had a 7-second pit stall time, so fuel and go for him. Gregory Ricks, 20 seconds down pit. Schweitzer, 10 seconds down pit. Greg Whitehead, 15 seconds time down pit. And the remainder of the field came down for fuel and goes. Yeah, obviously, John Ledden decided to do a little something different. I wonder if Trevor is gambling on one more caution. If Trevor gets it right, gambles on one more caution, gets fuel and 4 tires, you may have to go out there and then try to pass the remainder of the field. Which I've got to admit, that is going to be a tall hill to climb. Especially when you don't have a caution to kind of reassemble you guys back together.
Well, don't forget, it's 4 cautions at this point, but if the top, few drivers get caught up in something, they will throw a caution in addition to, if I'm correct.
Well, there should be, this race should have no limits to cautions. Yeah, I have it, I think, as 4 caution max, but that is incorrect.
Right.
There's no limit to the cautions in this last stage.
That's okay. I had that on one paper, and I went off of what you had on your screen.
Yep, shame on me. No, there will be 4 green-white checkers if need be.
Okay.
Oh, did he pit? Trevor Dalton is down pit.
Okay.
I wonder if he sped down pit. Right now he's showing 45 seconds in the box. 48 seconds. Greg Whitehead as well. Greg Whitehead came down 46 seconds in the box.
That's what, 15 to get everything you could possibly do to your car
then a
while you're
30-second
sitting
hold.
there, and 30-second hold. Oh, that's painful.
Well, Dalton sitting back in 31st position now. He may have enough fuel to make it to the end. Hitting on lap 159.
Okay.
Other drivers that hit as well. Heath Snyder, Sean Royer, Joe Tardif. And of course, Greg Whitehead was sitting right behind him as well. That puts Kazaza in the lead. We'll have just about 25 laps left to go in this competition here. The Summer 500 here with the big show. And we'll see. I probably would say anybody here in the top 5, maybe. Normally everybody's getting shuffled around pretty good. Guys getting bumped and banged. Weird cautions, weird mashups here. But we'll keep an eye, because remember, they can't accelerate until green flag. Alrighty, here we go. Kazaz off. Schweitzer in the 78 Ford, sitting on the inside. All right, Gregory Ricks slides on in. Let's rotate on back where I see some trouble already happening around that K. Jones area. Jones lining up behind Charles Fletcher, and now Jamie Shaw. Admin team starting to line up here, 1, 2, and 3. That, of course, being 6, 7, and 8. They're going to try to reach up to Landon Gentry. There he is, Gentry on the outside. They've got a huge run on the outside line, and we have already got trouble here in the back as these guys are almost getting 3, 4 wide around the Harbin area. Nichols around. We are taking a look at Dustin Wade, who's pile driving his way through. Michael Wiley down on the bottom. And I think Dalton made it through. Dalton's pushing on through. Right now, slinging on past 24th and continuing on. Got a lot more work to do to see if we can sling on by. No caution, 24 laps left to go. Let's get back up here where we see the 6 machine of Michael Lockwood. Full send right up the gut. Looks like Kevin Dixon going to see if he can follow behind him here. He says right now that number 6 looks like he hasn't lost talent, and I'll stick behind him. Continuing on through, does Lockwood decide to floss it here? Deciding not to just yet. And now let's see if we can get a little bit of a chase copter cam here, as we're watching the number 8 up front of John Ledden getting real loose here. Dakota Meaner, you see down there on the bottom. Boy, look at that outside line, kind of moving like one of those snake games back on the old Nextel phones. Having a little trouble wiggling around there. Ricks is in the lead here. We're about to see a caution here. I can feel this one coming. There it is. Oh, no. No. To the outside. Almost 4 wide. Rick Schneider trying to send it on through. Decides not to. Dixon slides down to the bottom here. Holy cow. You want to talk about a clamp together there.
Yeah, but they're still going. Green flag is good flags.
Yeah, well, right now, all 5 drivers off below the paint, heading into the turn. Charles Fletcher kind of watching all this happening behind him here. He's probably thinking this one's smooth sailing for him. Wiley leading most of this race off pace by about 18 seconds. He may have a chance to regather it back up if another caution flies. Looking back off the back bumper here of Charles Fletcher. Fletcher watching everything happen behind him here. He's probably enjoying that clutch of cars that are way there in the back. Right now they are off by almost 4 seconds. Come 2. Sean Royer in the 27th position. He's way out there. Fletcher rotates to the outside here. Gutsy move. Do. Seems like everything's straightened out for now. Rotate on back, figure out where our previous leader was. Dalton, 21st position. He's got to figure out how to make up about 2.5 seconds here. This clump could do it. They just got to work together to chase them back down.
He's come up 10 just since the pit stop.
Yeah, right now, Jason Stevenson, kind of the slow boat here. Looks like he's still got the e-brake on. I want to watch out. Driving down now the 25th position. Let's see where Schneider is. Schneider in some trouble here with the number 12 of James Smith. Gives him a little nudge, trying to get him back up to speed here. But that's what happens if you get out of the groove and out of the draft. Man, you just can't get going. Just can't get going. Like somebody adding 200 pounds of lead in the back.
Oh,
Schneider in through the gut. Slides it right in behind. Looks like he's trying to chase down the 95 machine here.
Ralph did a good job of holding that line since he clipped him in the front left corner.
Yeah, not too bad here. Harbin trying to slide on through. Look at that run. Harbin. Oh, my gosh.
Nice.
Harbin sending it on through. I love it. 7th position for him, but we had under caution.
Caution.
Yeah, I think Tardif may be in some trouble here. There he is. We got another caution here with 20 laps to go. Let's see what happens to Tardif before the caution comes out.
Oop.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure they were already waving.
Yeah, I thought I saw Barney with the yellow flag in the air.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why we were waiting so long.
So is it something further back?
Yeah, Barney's got the yellow flag out.
Yep. Yes. So it's got to be something in the back clump or a different clump of cars.
Yeah, I know lap 164, it showed Richard Miles had some problems out here.
Ooh.
There's
Yeah, that's
a
a problem.
shot. Oh, no.
Oh.
Man.
That's just painful. I mean, you almost jump.
I would probably say that might be the caution.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, amount of F's given on that one were pretty low. Alright, let's see where our guys are. Biggest mover of the race, and if you were looking for a hard charger, you got one. Gregory Ricks has picked up 35 positions to be where he is now.
Good luck beating that, somebody.
Yeah, well, that's the whole field here, so
Yes.
a lot of bad things can happen, but we'll see if he can still stick it out here. Waiting to see if Trevor Dalton decides to pit, and Spidey senses say no. Look at that.
Good call.
Dalton staying out. 18 laps to go. We'll probably have enough fuel to make it to the end. He last pit on lap 159. All the other drivers who did pit on 159 came down as well, except Joe Tardif. Tardif was involved in the last.
To be on the sideline there, and now he's up in the top 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if, since he stayed out on the track, if he moves up to second, or if it's going to shuffle him from the guys moving out of pit. He should have been able to accelerate through and put him into the second position instead of 5th, where he's filing in line here. So we'll see what becomes of that here. Trying to find, let's see if we can find somebody. Let's talk to Ray again. See how Ray's doing. Oh boy, here we go. Hey Ray, you all right?
Hey, what's happening?
Good. All right, good. Talk to me about this race here, buddy.
He's in 7th. He's a happy guy now.
Spent half the race at the back. Looking good so far. Michael's been turned a couple of times. So he's a little upset at the back, but he'll gather it up. I'm sure we're not out of cautions yet. We now have enough fuel to make it. I delayed that yellow flag. So if you're wondering what caused that one, we had a wreck at the back, and I just told them to keep racing for a few more laps.
Yeah, should have been lap 164 with Richard Miles.
Yeah, Richard.
Yep.
But I had to put these guys in the fuel window so they don't have to pit again.
Oh.
So that's why I extended it.
Oh, dude. Trevor Dalton pitting on lap 159 from.
He can't make it.
He's not going to make it.
Nope, he's finished.
Oh.
So next caution, he has to pit. He's going to the back. Everyone else can stay out.
That's not good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro.
Did anybody hip him to that information?
I don't know. He had his own strategy, but he's short on fuel. He can't make it no matter what. So.
Wow.
So now it's a matter of stay together, try to keep our guys together, and stay calm on track. Michael's going to work with a few guys in the back to try and use that third line. Keep an eye on that third line. Mike should be moving in it. He's going to try and pick up Chuck back there, and I think the 23 Blazin is back there.
He is.
So keep an eye on that third line.
Third line. All right, Ray. Well, hopefully you guys are able to keep it all clumped together, and maybe we'll talk to you in a podium position here at the end. Ray, shout out time, brother.
Yeah, I just want to thank all my drivers at the big show, and then all the drivers who are participating with us today, and all those that donated. We have a prize pool now at $700 for this race, so that's a pretty hefty prize pool.
Sweet, Ray.
And of course, thank you to all the fans that are watching us and cheering for your favorite drivers.
Oh yeah. Well, we have some drivers out there who have also been considering how they can join up with a race like this. How do they do it?
Just first sign up on our Facebook page at The Big Show, all in capital letters. The only big show without a wrestler in it. And keep an eye on our schedule. Practice with us on the weekends, and at the end of the month, sign in for one of these big races.
Dude, it's that easy.
Yep.
Alrighty, Ray. Well,
just
like you say, if it's that easy, then they should be able to do it. Pace car is off. Good luck to you, buddy.
All right, thank you. Talk to you at the finish line.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. That is Ray Garcia and the 00 Toyota. These guys are going to try to let it rip once again. Getting locked and loaded here. We'll see where Ray ends up in this one. Green flag is out. Trevor Dalton, they're saying he doesn't have enough fuel to make it to the end. If he does, Stella, this would be a huge poke in the eye. of anybody here on this track. So we'll see if he's able to do it here. Might push in the clutch and let old Gregory Ricks here push him to the end.
Yeah.
That might be something, but I'm sure this admin team is not interested in entertaining that. Already looks like Bellin Snyder here in the back of the pack may have been involved in some trouble. Let's see if we can take a little peek and we'll see what happened to Bellin here. Already on the restart.
Boink, boink, boink. Oh. Mm-hmm.
The worst part is they're saying they threw out a yellow flag here. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't because that would be back-to-back yellows.
Yeah, unless they're trying to re-rack him here.
That's a green flag flying.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me see what...
Weird.
Yeah, see if anything else happened out here on the track. As it says the yellow flag is out. Yeah. Normally, Stella, here, when we got guys who were gritting up and ended up with some starting trouble, they try to re-rack them and try it again.
Well, like track and field, they just call it a false start.
Yeah, and they're going to try to stack them up again. The unfortunate part is if you got a roll.
Yeah, great jump, or you got your guys on the outside line had already started doing their thing. Then it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Alrighty. Appreciate everybody out there still watching here. This has been an interesting battle here all the way to the end. I'm still not pointing fingers at anybody else being able to do it here. Can Dalton make it? That's gonna be the huge one. Right now, I'm gonna see if I can grab a hold of Landon Gentry here. And see what his outlook is here. Landon Gentry.
Yep.
This race, buddy. You've been up front pretty much 90% of the night here. You've lost Michael Wiley. We don't have Heath Rutherford out here. Confidence level heading into the final laps of this race.
Honestly, kind of low because I don't have much people up here. And we're pretty close on fuel. We should make it, but pretty close. And everyone up front's been getting wrecked, so it's kind of scary up here.
Yeah, well, right now they're saying Trevor Dalton last pit on 159. Ray Garcia is saying he's not going to make it. There's no way, so you might have another area to shift on through. Only you and Gregory Ricks are the admin team, and I think Charles Fletcher, Ray Garcia are a couple spots back as well. You guys might be able to clump it back together and try again.
Chuck's right behind him.
Yeah, they're right behind him there. I know, but it's where's that 55 coming to play a Joe Tardif out here?
Is the 55 on the outside?
Yeah, he'll be on the outside of you on this restart.
I was planning on trying to get behind Hampton or Gregory Ricks, but the 55 might mess that up.
Alrighty, well, hopefully we'll see how this goes. Pace car lights are out, Landon. Shout out time, buddy.
I want to shout out the Big Show and Michael for pushing me through the stage 30.
Alrighty, buddy. Good luck to you, and we'll see how you do at the end.
Thank you.
Alright. That's Landon, three-time champ here with the Big Show. Gonna try to go at it again here, Stella. See what we have to allow on this one. Maybe we'll get a little better start on this one.
We have a nice jump by Dalton, number 27 out there.
That he does. Got about a 4-car length lead here. Might be able to squeeze away. Right now, Landon was hoping to work with Ricks there. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Ricks already dropping down to third. Charles Fletcher going to work with him instead. So far, so good as we head through turn 1 and 2. Backstretch now.
And Tardif fell off the map there. He's back in 7th.
Yeah, allowing Harbin and Garcia to move up another position. Right now, Jamie Shaw trying to figure out a solid place where he can go. Hanging out on the outside line with not much help. 44, Nick Johnson has been playing around up front. Good part of the night as well. They're trying to see if they can get something going. Outside line. Led by Landon Gentry, who's now taking the lead. Admin team kind of opening up here. Right now, 12 laps left to go. And right now, our leader of Trevor Dalton has dropped down to 8th. Now looking good. He'll be able to hang out behind Ray Garcia here and maybe save a little more fuel. We got the driver sliding here in the background. Stevenson is around. He is not the one who's first started to spin out. I believe Sylvain was our first one around.
And it kept going back further even. People checking up. Yoink. Boy, Michael Wiley picked up the whole butt end of that car.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get another shot at this.
Yoink. Oh, tuck away before he before
yeah. Let's see if I can get it slowed down here, or it keeps on skipping around on me here. No, it looks like Michael Wiley was able to squeak out of there.
Oh yeah, he did.
Look
Zip,
at
zip, zip.
Jepson, no.
Oh, 42. That was smooth.
There's Dixon. It looks like Sylvain is still broken down on the inside of the track here. I don't know if something's going on with Sylvain.
He's spinning tires, but he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, really surprised. There we go. I was going to say surprised to see the admin team not giving him a shove here.
Really? No, see?
No,
Nope. All show, no go.
The self-healing car. This is a little confusing. It's like his car's stuck inside the track. Hopefully somebody will be able to break him loose out there. Maybe Jamie Shaw or somebody can go down there and kind of get him unwedged.
Seen that before.
Yeah, I would probably
I've seen him
say.
stuck in the fence.
Yeah, I would probably say a good idea is to probably have tow, and then I think they'll extend the caution to undo him.
Sounds reasonable. Take a look. Who is up here? The man with that wild run earlier that brought him all the way up to the front is back.
Yeah, Josh Harbin is,
Yeah.
he's been doing it here. I'm waiting to see if any other drivers are kind of questioning it here. We talked about fuel. Greg Blazin, Trevor Dalton, Dustin Wade, James Jepson.
All the 159s are coming down.
And I think Sylvain, I think we are, I think we're down pit now. I might be towing here.
And that's the one where they sit for 2 minutes.
Yeah, possibly depending on timing here.
Okay.
Unsure if pace car lights are out. Man, oh man. Right now, Jamie Shaw is sitting second. Top 5 riddled with Chevrolets. Same, they can't get away from him here. Dakota Meaner breaking that up with the first Ford, up 26 positions, sitting 6th. Brings Rick Schneider. Guys in good company here. I would almost call them the Milwaukee team. Sitting 6th and 7th.
Nice.
Waiting for their buddy back here. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Talk about Landon Gentry back here with Michael Wiley and Charles Fletcher.
He is, and now Ray Garcia is down to 12th, along with Tardif and Kazaza, who were both up front. And we are away again on green.
There we are. Drone footage riding along with him here. Take a look at this run with 8 laps left to go. Jamie Shaw might be setting this one up.
Giving a good push.
Yeah, if Jamie Shaw, the key would be is Shaw to continue pushing him to get the extended reach out here. Allow him to get out in front and away. And then he's going to try to slick underneath of him here. Landon Gentry on the bottom. Nobody joining him. That might be the chance. Here they come. Oh, Landon got left. Right now, he got smoked out there. Michael Wiley back up to 5th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I guess you can say.
And with admin team, yeah, sticking together there. Chuck Fletcher pushing him right along. Ray right behind.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's looking pretty sketchy here. Harbin, Shaw, Cox, and Meaner, followed by Wiley for our top 5. Watch the giant gap here. If Charles Fletcher gives him a heck of a little bump here, he might be able to catch up. There's the run.
There it is.
Michael Wiley going to try to reel in the number 100 of Dakota Meaner here. There he goes. Inside line. Does he drop to the bottom? No. Caution.
Oh. Oh.
Looks like a little trouble back here with Jepson.
Goodness, Jepson was just in the pits.
Yeah. There's Rick Schneider had something going on back here.
Oh. Oh, we're airborne. I can see my house from here.
Who was that?
Don't know. They were yellow. Very yellow. Here he comes.
The 12.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm. Wow.
Oh. That's a new view.
Look at the height he's getting on that.
I know. Wow. An extra 8.5 for hang time.
I think James Smith is our guy.
Man.
It gave up on him.
It did. Danny Shaw's out there watching for Jamie, saying he's in the hunt.
All right, Stella, we're going to be less than 5 laps to go here.
So will this put us in the green-white checker scenario?
Pretty close. It's got to be 3 or less.
3. All right.
Yeah, I think about that 3 or 2 lap mark is about where it ends us, depending on the amount of caution laps we have. Pace car lights are out. Sure, we enjoyed that caution there on the last 179. Right now, we're kind of keep an eye out for some of the drivers who've kind of been tangled up a couple of times. Jamie Shaw right now sitting second. Another driver who's been tangled up a couple of times. Michael Wiley, he's now sitting 5th. Trevor Dalton back there in that 24th position. Greg Blazin, 23 machine, now sitting 20th. And Ricks, who was up there in the lead, now sitting 15th.
Ouch.
Whoa. Yeah, you think you see a black flag for that. You see him passing before the line. He may or may not get black flagged here, but we'll see. A lot of smoke up front. Right now in the lead is the 95 or the 11 Chevrolet of Josh Harbin. Shaw kind of sticking it out here. As we trail along, watching the 57 of Keaton Cox there on the bottom with Michael Wiley sitting right behind him. Admin team splitting both lanes here.
Yeah. Yeah, but meaner number 100's got to tuck it in there a little bit better to help out. Uh-oh.
Wow.
That didn't work well.
Nope, Harbin's around.
Wow. He had one heck of a good run.
Yeah, it kind of gets annoying seeing that the leader's kind of getting spun out a couple of times.
That goes back to the all take, no give?
I guess so. All right, let's see how the admin team's doing up here in the front. Charles Fletcher and Ray Garcia. Cade Jones, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see if there's any sort of a run here on the inside line as Ray Garcia praying for a win. Unable to get one all month, sitting second place 90% of the time. He's in the right spot. But right now, back under caution. Right now, Rick Schneider in it.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Wow.
No way that was James Smith again.
I hope not.
No way that was James Smith again.
Oh. Yep, number 12. He is getting the scenic view. He's... My heavens.
I'm trying to figure out who this is in the back. Another yellow car gets hammered here. The 32. Richard Miles.
Pieces and parts flying.
Boy, look at that banking.
Yeah. I've walked a couple of these tracks, you know, and gone up the side, you know, up the sides when you do that pit pass thing, and some are not so bad, and some are insane. I think Charlotte, I felt as though I was climbing the wall, you know, to get up to the edge, whereas like Darlington. The start finish is not so bad at all. So, but this being worse than, you know, being the sharpest of all, that's intriguing. Have to try it one day.
Yeah, just taking a look back, kind of slow-mo of what's causing this wreck here. I think a couple people would be questioning how the number 3 got tangled up in this one. But
Was that Greg Blazin that came in behind him?
yeah, 23 Toyota. Looks like he takes out another Toyota, the number 3 of Rick Schneider. Unfortunately, at least one of their teammates is sitting here in the front row right next to Ray Garcia, Dakota Meaner. We talked to him earlier.
Chuck Fletcher right behind him. Ooh, he's outnumbered. Wow.
Yeah, that he is. Right now, they're kind of riddling riddling the top 10. Garcia, Fletcher, Shaw, Jones. Michael Wiley sitting back there in 8th, and Landon Gentry is 10th.
Yeah.
So just outside that, Gregory Ricks sitting in that 87 machine. Wow.
Okay, so now we're in the realm of the green light. Okay.
Yeah. Pace car lights are on.
Yes.
Kind of hanging back here just a little bit, trying to see what these guys are going to do here. Noah is showing 12 cautions out there on the track. 3 of them scheduled.
Yep. 1 for a re-rack, maybe 2 for a re-rack. I've got 5 down here.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably say Harbin already getting in trouble on lap 4. The one at 182's got to hurt the most.
Oh, yes. Yeah, without a doubt, because, I mean, that was, he was on his way.
Yeah, this shifts him back to 28th. He's going to name Michael Wiley Horseshoe to get that one. Trevor Dalton sitting 20th.
Yeah,
Randy
he'd want to
Schweitzer's
have-
14th. Go ahead.
Maybe he'll have the big one, take out 27 cars. He rides the low line and gets his place back.
Oh, yeah? Now, if John
No.
Cazaza has something to say about it.
I was going to say, I won't wish that on anybody.
Now, still a couple drivers out here and may really press it here.
3 wide.
Well, it could be a couple things. Wiley saving fuel, or trying to get in the dude's head here a little bit. That's why sometimes
Okay.
under caution you give him a little bump.
I have seen that. I've always wondered, you know, is it like, hey, buddy, you know, friendly tap? Or, yes, okay, that's rude, but okay.
Well, we'll see. Let's get this one back underway.
Well, I know who wants this one badly. And that would be the 00 of Ray Garcia.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see if Ray Garcia can do it here. Let's try this restart once again. All right, here we go. Actually, not a bad start there by Dakota Meaner. Dakota doing an awesome job there, holding right to the side. I would question if that 67 of Charles Fletcher's willing to help him. Ray's breaking away. Holy cow, look at the 55 on the outside. Joe Tardif. Big time moves here on the roll.
Take a look at who just dove inside.
Whoa!
Not in the top 10. Just get out of the way, stay green.
Yep, here we go. Still charging on through. Right now, Ray Garcia still in the lead here. Still keeping an eye on this 3 wide with the 55 that's wiggling like a fish. Trying to figure out how he can hold it here. Jamie Shaw sitting behind Ray. I think we've seen this before at this exact track. If there's a way you want to get booted out of here, is let the man, the myth, the legend lose this one. White flag is out. Driver's turn. Oh no.
Yes.
Pile up here in the back, but the top 10 remain. Keeping on going here. Ray has got to figure out how to hold this one. Is Ray talking to his guys here and saying, hey, do we leave him be?
Woo.
Ray
He's
trying to block it. Ray needs to.
No.
57 machine of Keaton Cox down onto the bottom. No one willing to help Ray here. Everyone's splitting the seam. Keaton Cox slips away. Landon Gentry going to be the last hope here for the admin team to slide on by. Looking at it top view. Here it comes. Landon at the line, and we are about to see a 4-time win. Landon Gentry here in the front.
Yes. Look at how close that race was. Holy moly. Holy moly. That was tight. That was 3 on the checkers at the same time. I mean, I don't know if you go past hundredths into thousands, but I'm looking at 0.03 of a second between first and third. Looking at the last of that tower, where did Ray Garcia end up?
14th.
Oh, okay. He must have got caught up in one of the spin-outs. Look at this. All right, guys, you want racing? You got racing. What a shot. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Was that Ray Garcia in Airborne?
We won't discuss that.
Okay. Boy.
Twelve thousandths of a second. Talk about Wiley fighting it all the way from the back, though.
He did. He did. Just couldn't quite squeak it out.
We'll see if we can get a hold of some of our drivers out there.
55 of Tardif.
Find, Sean Royer and Keaton Cox out there. We may be
having a
scratching our
really
head
short
for a while, but we'll see if we can find them. Maybe we'll talk to Michael Wiley here in just a moment. Let's see if we can find any of your drivers you may have been rooting for, where they are out there in the field. Wow. Ray Garcia back to 14th. Wow. All right, everybody, hold on just a moment. We'll see if we can kind of reel in some of our drivers here. Mr. Landon, you can win the race, but you can't run away from me. Dude, talk to me about the ending part of this race here.
I'll tell you in a minute. We got a fight going on right now.
In what way?
Michael and Steven Johnson are going at it on the radio right now. So, it's pretty exciting.
Oh, that's not good. Well, hopefully those two, those two can calm it down, man. You win by what I'm showing here is about 12 thousandths of a second on my ticker. Man, how'd you know to move to the inside to win this race?
I knew he was going to try to block me high because everyone does that. And I just cut it down. I'm pretty sure I went under the apron a little bit. I think he was squeezing me down there. But I don't know. Wow. I did not think I was going to win this race.
All right, well, that makes 4. What happens next?
5.
All right, where would you like to see us race next?
Michigan.
Back to Michigan. Okay, I was going to say, Michael Wiley was pretty strong there.
Yeah, well, me and Jamie are going to actually meet up in Michigan next week, or this weekend coming up.
IRL? In real life?
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome, man. Give me a shout-outs here. Congratulations on winning the race.
I want to shout out the Big Show for putting these races on.
And Mom and Dad. All right, appreciate it, Landon.
Yeah, in Michigan, it was Wiley, Gentry, and Johnson, the last I have. So he's setting himself up for a challenge.
Yep. Alrighty, everybody. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I do not have any more of the other drivers. Looks like Mr. Sean Royer and Keaton Cox did not join the Big Show Discord that they were required to do here tonight. Hopefully, they will figure it out by next time we revisit this tonight. Hopefully, we'll see Landon Gentry get his wish at Michigan for the next run in August. Guys, appreciate you joining us here tonight. What a fantastic run it was. From us here in the booth with Simtrax Broadcasting, that's going to do it. Be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.